Hello, how you doing? Welcome in, Feminine. Good to see you. Hope you're doing very well. I just shared the live stream. Yeah, woo. Live stream, woo. Bit tired today, but it is what it is. Mm. Obviously, we'll take a few minutes for people to come in. Welcome in, Paolo. Good to see you. How's it going? How is it going? How did do? Hello. Yeah. Well, I think I've got my sleeping pattern back on track now. I woke up at like 8 o'clock this morning, so hopefully, that'll stay as is, because that's like kind of my perfect wake up time, like 8 a.m. Welcome in, ZZ. Good to see you. How's it going? Good morning. Hey, good morning. Um, well, actually, we've got news about him. He did a live stream last night, and apparently he was answering a lot of questions from the Reddit page. So, regardless of whether he turns up for Alan Roberts on Monday, we're going to do a special Tay Tuesday stream, and we can have a look at least have a look at that live stream, and then if the Alan Roberts thing goes ahead, then we'll watch that too. So that's something to look forward to. Good morning. Now that you mention it, welcome in, Nars. Good to see you. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning. It's time for our weekly. Good morning. It's time for our. Good morning. It's time for our weekly weigh-in. It's good morning. It's time for our.
That wasn't the best one, was it? Was the best one when he was doing the shirt?
Allow me to reintroduce. Hello. Hi. How are you? So I have. Hello. Hi. How are you? So I have very exciting. So I have. Hello. Hi. How are you? So I have very exciting things that I'm about to try.
Good. Oh, good morning, Latte. How's it going? Thank you. That's very kind. I know it's a bit early in the year for hoodie weather, but it's quite cold comparative to like the rest of the month is what the rest of the month's been. So yeah, and gonna have to enjoy the good weather while we can because it's gonna start raining from Wednesday. yeah, I hope you're all doing marvelously. I hope everyone has a good morning. Good morning. Hi. Hey Debbie, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you. It's a hoodie. It's a really old hoodie actually. I've had it for a long time, but it's one I struggle to fit in, and it seems like it fits pretty well now. So at me with that. Wait. Oh, Zebs came over yesterday. We had some chicken and rice from a Turkish restaurant. It was delightful. I don't know what they put in that rice, but oh, it's like crack. Bloody delicious. Things like a pilau rice. Oh, you had storms yesterday, then of course the first day of school for you. Oh, no. Welcome in, Laurie. I'm doing good. Hope you are too. First day at school. So you guys go back in August. I know a lot of the schools here come back in like September. Yeah, we had a lovely evening. Oh, we had a very good time. Welcome in, Deb. Good to see you. How's it going? Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? I can't remember where I got it from. Used to be after Labor Day. Good morning, Lucy. Is it hot and humid there? Well, we're still going to have like 20 plus Celsius weather, but at night it's a lot cooler. It went down to like 10 degrees last night, which is really cold for the summer. So it's nice to have a pleasant night's sleep at least, so it's not too hot. Otherwise, because normally I'd put the fan on in August, but I didn't have to put the fan on last night, so happy with that. Okay, so we've got a few videos for today. The first video we're going to have a look at is Obese to Beast. And this video is entitled Dangers of Becoming a Weight Loss Influencer. I can't remember the name of this person, but I think I do follow her on Instagram. She is on a weight loss journey. So, yeah, we'll see about that. Turkish food is to die for. Yeah, I do love Turkish bread. We just had like it's like um charcoal grilled chicken, and there's like a nice they have like a nice yogurt sauce with it, and some lovely rice. You thought that was Anna? No, no, no. Anna's not as thin as that. So yeah, we're gonna have a look at Obese to Beast.
I was able to get a shower and completely dry off without having to sit down. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Alabama
Alrighty,
girl.
welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are going to be talking about someone.
I have to say, Obese to Beast is such a handsome fella. He's always been like he's always had that cute little look about him, but he's very handsome.
New, and that is this person right here. This is Crystal, or Surviving to Thriving. And as you can see by her profile, she is overcoming OCD, agoraphobia, and obesity. So she is someone
Yeah, it looks like she's overcoming obesity. You know, like ALR.
that has very much so
He
recently
is.
started
He is.
posting.
Yeah.
She's only been posting for a very short amount of time, but she has amassed quite the following, over 33,000 followers already. And the reason that I wanted to make this video is because Crystal genuinely seems like a very nice person. She reminds me a lot of myself to an extent when I was at my heaviest. We will get into that.
Right.
And I think that it's awesome what she is doing here, kind of putting herself out there on the internet and having a lot of support. But this is exactly what I've talked about a ton of times, where I get nervous when I see someone that seems very genuine about this journey that they are going on, when they start to get a lot of attention online, a lot of times the best intentions from the people that are following you can end up really kind of making this thing that's already difficult, right? Losing weight. And I mean, I don't have anything, I don't know anything really about OCD as far as dealing with it
Mm.
myself, or agoraphobia as far as dealing with it myself, but I can only imagine that it's similar, right? You're going to have a lot of people that have the best intentions that maybe
Welcome in, Zebs. Thanks for that. I forgot to put it back on.
make you
So
feel a
I
little bit
think that there is an issue with weight loss influencers at the moment. And yeah, it is very true that a lot of them start out with the best of intentions, and they're just on there to talk about food for a bit and to just, lose the weight and hopefully inspire some people on the way. But the moment they kind of break through the content creator barrier and they start making like the money that they've not thought possible as a content creator, that's when the things start to change. um and I mean, Taste Hours has been on a weight loss journey for 11 years, and some days he can make like $1,000 dues a night, so it can be a lucrative business. Oh shit, here we go again. Welcome in, Dan, good to see you.
stressed out about
The food can be the hardest for some. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the most important thing in a weight loss journey, isn't it?
how far along in your journey you're supposed to be. So I wanted to share with you a few of the posts and kind of just go over her stuff and share her with you guys. So this was the first post that she made, and as you can see, this is only from August 2nd, so it's been not even 2 weeks since she started this page. Okay, so this is all pretty new, but this is the first post that she has on this Instagram. Okay,
Hold on. So she's only been at it for 2 weeks. So that's 13th of August. That was 10 days ago, and she's already on 30K.
So a little update. Um, I was able to get a shower and completely dry off.
Good morning, Riri. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Without having to sit down. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm on my trying to live again shit. So yeah.
That's fair.
so as you can see, right, that's clearly, I think the reason that people have gravitated towards Crystal is because there is this sense of realness, which I think you will see, especially as we go through some of these videos. There's a sense of realness and like rawness to her that I think a lot of people like. And so I understand why so many people are kind of, drawn to her. So clearly, she is someone that is trying to lose weight. She is struggling with
That is a non-scale victory for sure. Some people seem to um lose track of the amount of little things that build up as non-scale victories when you shrink down, like being able to reach parts of yourself that you weren't able to in the past. Spending less time in the shower because you've got less to wash is an underrated non-scale victory, I would say. Me and Zebs were talking about shoe size yesterday because I've got some size 11s that are loose, and I'm wondering if I need to actually go down to a size 10 eventually. That's a non-scale victory. So there are many and numerous non-scale victories that aren't talked about as much. And one of those things that, going into the shower and not sitting down for the duration of the shower or not sitting down at all is definitely a great non-scale victory. I think for me, one of the best things is getting out of the shower and not sweating all over again and becoming like icky within 5 seconds of getting out of the shower. Because that was one of the worst things for me. I was at my biggest, and it was a lot of effort to get into the shower. It was a lot of effort to go around cleaning myself and all that kind of business. And because it was so much effort, I was literally sweating cobs in the shower, and then out of the shower I was sweating getting from the bathroom to the living to the bedroom. So yeah, it's definitely something to think about when you're a big person. There's so many underrated non-scale victories that you can see.
with her weight quite a bit, which she talks about a lot, and she is doing everything that she can to kind of lose weight, and she's sharing this information on the internet. This next post is one that
Waking up and none of your undies fit, you were shocked. Yeah, that is that's a big one too. Oh, I didn't think about that one, yeah. Because I used to wear I don't know what you would call them in the US, but they were pants and they were like swimming trunks kind of, swimming like speedos kind of thing, but not. Um and they were getting a hell of a lot looser. And I had to start buying boxers that were more like form fitting because it was like a Tarzan thing, loose fabric, lolloping around the place. Yeah, I bet, Dan. I mean, I was almost there. Like I found it difficult at my biggest for sure. One of the best moments for me was when Doc could use regular size blood pressure cuff instead of the large one. That's definitely a non-scale victory. Yeah,
she posted not long after
amazing.
that first one, and this one went kind of viral, I guess you could say, on Instagram. So as you can see, this post has 82,000 likes. Okay, so that's quite a bit of attention compared to a lot of her other posts. And in this video, she is doing what she calls waddling herself. She says that, and it's what she's been doing to kind of get out of the house and get moving, which is just going on, like, not even really a walk, but just kind of walking right outside her house. So I'll show you guys this one as well.
At her size, any movement's good movement. So even if it's just walking up and down the driveway, that's still better than not moving at all.
Let's go waddle.
All right.
So I'm fat as hell. I have OCD, recently diagnosed, and I got agoraphobia.
So as you can see, right, just from the very beginning, like, she doesn't hide the fact that she's larger, and I think you will see, she has a pretty funny personality, and I think a lot of people really like that. One thing that I do appreciate about her is that it doesn't seem like it's kind of sympathy farming, if that's a word that even makes sense. It's something that I've
Yeah.
noticed online with people that
I
are
mean, to be fair, Obese to Beast was doing videos about Quirky Love Rosie before this, so he got a good idea of what sympathy farming's all about.
in bigger bodies that start wanting to lose weight. And it's something that I've definitely noticed with people that have been losing weight for a very long time, like years, and they continuously do this sympathy kind of farming content. I can't stand.
John, just do a fucking video about taste sours instead of going like, oi, nudge, nudge, sympathy baited. Just do a fucking video about taste sours so we can all find out how much of a twat he is.
And that stuff, like, if you've been losing weight for years and you haven't actually lost any weight, I'm sorry, the sympathy farming doesn't work to me. But it doesn't seem like she does that. It's very much so like, hey, this is where I'm at. It is my fault. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah,
I'm trying
true
to change
that.
that. Again, I really like that about her a lot.
And I haven't left my house in 3 years. Like, I shit you not. In the last 3 years, I think I left my house 3 times, and it was terrible. So anyways, whatever. March of this year,
So clearly, right, agoraphobia, that's what that is. If you don't know, agoraphobia is when you don't really leave your house. From what I
Yeah.
understand, apparently, I'm not saying that this is why she has it, but apparently a lot of people that develop agoraphobia also struggle with panic attacks. And a big reason why people end up being afraid to leave their house is because it's not like they're afraid of outside. They're more so afraid of having a panic attack and that happening while they're not home safe in their house.
I definitely understand that. I don't know if you have them like elsewhere, but in the UK, when you're undergoing therapy, you do get questions about anxiety. And one of the questions is, do you have a fear of something bad happening in public? A Panic at the Disco attacks, exactly. It's yeah, it's definitely something. I mean, I've had panic attacks before, but thankfully, I think I've had like two or three, and they've all been at home. Um, so that's like they're very rare for me, but when I had them, I literally felt like I was having a heart attack, and I've never had one. So it was really unusual to have that feeling. So I can't imagine what it's like to have that constant fear of going outside and being under the impression that you're going to have a panic attack somewhere where you might not be safe.
And so it kind of makes them not want to leave, and then they end up having agoraphobia because they are afraid to have a panic attack outside. So the easiest thing to do is just not go outdoors anymore. And I assume it is only more popular since, COVID 2020. You get everything sent to you, you never have to leave, right? That's a very common thing. And so, yeah.
I was like, you know what? A bitch don't want to die anymore. Let's get it together. So went to the doctor. I was actually diagnosed with OCD. Had no idea it was OCD.
John is hotter than hell. When his hair was long, he was fire. Yeah, I do remember that phase. But yeah, he's definitely one of he's gotten a lot more handsome. He's gotten older. Quite like me, actually.
I just thought I was like depressed and had anxiety. But anyways, I got put on some medicine and it's helping a little bit. Now, what you're seeing right now is I'm fat as hell and I can't move. I can't walk far because I'm a big bitch. So what I'm doing right now, two things. I am outside of my house. So
Speaking of long hair, I've got some sad news to report. Erling Haaland has cut his hair. I don't believe it. Erling Haaland's cut his hair.
some exposure therapy and I'm walking around trying to build up my strength so I can go to the gym and lose weight. So if you're embarrassed about being a fat fuck, look at me, bro.
I beg your pardon?
I'm doing it. You can too.
So again, like I said, she is very open and honest and pretty raw about this stuff, and that's why when I saw her post, I was like, wow, I really like this person a lot. She ended up posting this video as well. We're not
Yeah, I mean, Haaland still looks attractive. I think Haaland's got this like odd attractiveness. But yeah, he shaved his hair. He did an Instagram post yesterday, I think. My hair's better because it's curly. Oh,
going to go over the
thanks.
whole thing because I don't think it's necessary, but she basically kind of talks about how she kind of
Do you know what? Like Zebs wasn't here at all in the live stream yesterday, and when he came over, he was talking about my like how curly my hair is. It never used to be like this. Like my hair was pretty like when my nutrition was really bad, my hair was really like lank and horrible. But now that I'm eating like a proper diet, it's like my hair's gotten fuller and the curls are coming back. So it's really interesting what like a good bit of fruit and veg does for you. My mother had agoraphobia. Yeah, it was debilitating. I have had bad panic attacks frequently in the past. I definitely understand. Yeah, it's and it becomes all the more difficult when you're at a larger size because there's also that fear that people will judge you because of your weight, right? So the fact that she's even stepping outside and doing things is a real testament to her like inner strength, you know?
became an
Healthy
agoraphobic. I
hair,
don't know if
yeah.
that's the term. How she got agoraphobia, right? And kind of talks about her struggles. And apparently,
He has,
it's
Debbie,
I
yeah.
think a pretty common thing. Once 2020 hit, things really kind of started to fall apart. She had an aunt move in with her. She lived with her mom, her dad, her husband, her child, and then the aunt moved in, and the aunt ended up was terminally ill. She ended up passing away. And then in 2023, Crystal's mom ended up passing away. And that was really
Oh,
terrible because she was the one that had to kind of pull the plug. And then not long after that, like 6 weeks, her aunt ended up dying. Another one of her aunts ended up dying. And that was really hard for her. And then not long after that, her father got very, very sick and he almost passed away. So, like, there was a lot of things that led her to having all of these struggles, right? And I think that that's a big reason why she ended up really not leaving the house very much. This video, she is talking about the redness that you'll see on her leg in a lot of the videos. So
not
this is a comment that
legs.
she's replying to. So she said, "Is your leg okay? Have you had it checked? Please at least complete a telehealth visit. If you have not, if you are diabetic, that could get infected badly." And so she is responding to this comment.
Yeah, so I have CVI. I think that's what it's called, like chronic venous insufficiency.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you know what? I think old Tay Sowers might have chronic venous insufficiency because his legs are purple. So while it may not be like heart related, it may be more so that he's got venous insufficiency.
Yeah, it's just where the circulation's kind of shitty
Not
on my leg
getting
because
big,
I'm so
yeah.
damn big. There's just so much weight
Latte, just say you like a Viking.
on my leg. Isn't that horrible? It's insane, right? I just call it fat people leg because everybody that's like, well, not everybody, but usually really, really fat people, they got it. So don't get really fat. It sucks. But anyways, I digress. And
Like Woodsman
a couple
accent
weeks
guy.
ago, kind of like gashed my leg open, and it did develop cellulitis, which I did all my little antibiotics, and it's good now. Doctor's been keeping a check on it, and I'm very thankful that it happened now because like I was able to go to the doctor. Like I went to the doctor twice in 1 month. The fuck. So yes. So I know it looks absolutely disgusting. I hate my
It seems like she's getting better at leaving the house, which is absolutely fantastic. And I imagine that the more weight she loses, the more likely and the more frequently she is going to be able to leave the house.
leg. I'm so self-conscious about it. But you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck it.
So yes.
Exactly.
So
That's my philosophy sometimes. Just think, I don't want to do this, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway. Sometimes that just has to be what you have to say to yourself, because your mind will tend to steer you towards not doing something. But you just have to be like, do you know what? Fuck it. I don't give a shit. I'm doing it anyway. Obviously, if your brain's telling you to not jump into a pit full of spiders, yeah, you probably should pay attention. But but if it's like, I can't be asked to walk a mile, just be like, do you know what? The weather's fine. I'm fine. Let's walk a fucking mile. Yeah, she's not a girl.
So again, like I said, the reason I wanted to show that is just this. There's this level of honesty and rawness to her that you don't see a lot of times. In this next video, she is basically kind of responding to a lot of the questions that people will ask. People will be like, why don't you do this? Why don't you go here? Why don't you get these? Your shoes aren't very nice for walking. You should get different shoes. And she's just pretty open about the fact that she doesn't have much money. And again, the reason that this like resonates with me is because if you don't know, when I was growing up, we were very poor and like money was very tight. If you look at my first videos on YouTube and like if you see the house that I was living in, they're still up on the channel. Like we didn't have a nice house, and like I never had a nice house growing up, right? And so a lot of the stuff that she's talking about here, I can really relate to, and it's something that I feel like, especially on social media, people seem to almost forget that like, hey, not everyone has the money to just buy things right away, right?
I know we're all new.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you know, she may start making money from the fact that she's an influencer and she can start buying like decent shoes and things like that. And I think that I think one of the things that you should invest in is a good pair of shoes. But if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. And sometimes if you need shoes right frickin' now, you just have to grab the cheapest pair that you can and wear them in for however long. Um, and I think we do tend to see that kind of opulence, that fake opulence on social media where people are like, oh my God, this thing's like 2 million billion pounds, when in fact they went to a special place to just hold it for like £50 and they don't actually own it, you know? I sometimes tell myself I don't care about style, I don't care, can't be bothered, just do it. Yeah, you just have to do it. And as Patsy Stone says, you can never have enough hats, gloves, and shoes, sweetie. Jim's been a long slog all week. I think I'll probably just need a rest. Yeah, either that or what you can do is you can lower the weight a bit and just, take it a bit easier for the week. Sometimes if I feel like the weight's too much for me, I don't care. I'll just go down a bit. Don't give a shit.
Here, and we ain't even been doing this a week. Okay, I know I need shoes, and I know I need to build steps. I'm poor, destitute. Okay, you see that? That's my window.
Have you thought about making an
That's a
Amazon wish
Christmas
list?
throw blanket.
Bro, I literally had blankets as curtains. Like that that's how it was for me growing up as well.
When I moved into this place, I didn't have any curtains, right? The first thing I did was put a duvet cover over the window. That's that's just how it is. Like, when you're poor, you got to make do, right? And what I did was just put stuff on the window that just, so people didn't watch me sleeping. Like, yeah, look at him, he's sleeping. That kind of thing.
For a curtain. I'm poor. I
Yeah, that's
know
fair,
all
Dan.
this. I
She is
I
funny,
I,
yeah.
I want to get steps. I want to go in that pool every day, and I know I need shoes. I know I need weights. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm poor. I'm trying, y'all. Just
Power.
stay with me. I'm trying. It's just gonna be a slow process. P.S. My husband wanted me to make sure I threw this in there. We're not bums, okay? He's actually working 2 jobs, 3 if you count side jobs that he picks up.
Oh.
And I am currently unemployed. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I get an offer letter from this job that I've interviewed a million times for this week.
Lovely.
As you can see, if you look right here, she did end up getting the job,
Oh,
so
she got the
that's a good
job.
thing for sure.
Nice.
But Crystal's unemployed. Crystal has been unemployed since May. Okay, so we're already poor, but we've been like extra poor. You know what I'm saying? So just give us just a moment, okay? Patience, people. It's a slow process. We got this.
So
I know.
the thing
She did get the job, Latte. Yeah, you can see you can see this here. I got the job! Woo! Let's go. I don't know what it is though.
again, I understand everything that she's saying, and hopefully she's able to make this work out. But the thing that scares me about that, okay, and this is just coming from someone that's been doing this for a long time and has been talking about people that kind of go online and start talking about their weight loss, is that as we will see, people encourage her to get a PO box, and then people started sending her stuff, and that is all fine and dandy, but it is a very thin line, in my opinion, to go from, hey, I just need a couple things, to then your content. And I'm not saying she's going to do this, and I don't think she will, because again, as we will go over, it seems that that's not something she wants to do. It's a very thin line to go from, hey, I need some help, to now my content is me almost begging online. And I really
Dry begging, like Quirky Love Rosie. See, this is the thing. Like, I would never be comfortable with doing stuff like a wish list, because at the end of the day, if I want something, I'll get it eventually. And honestly, there isn't really much that I ever need, really. Um, so, like, I understand why some people might, you know, succumb to the requests for a PO box because people want it, right? But again, like Obese to Be says, there is a chance that you'll fall into, oh, I'll just basically put everything on an Amazon wish list that's worth like $10,000 and hope that people buy it for me. Yeah, exactly. If I want something, I'll just ask Zebs.
really don't want to see that from her. I don't want really don't want to see that from anybody. It's not content that I like to watch, but
I have a brown sheet over my mini blinds in the dining room to cut down on the heat and the bright sun coming in. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to make do.
I get worried about, so again, I don't know how to explain it, and maybe I am not able to explain it in a way that makes sense, but like I've seen this so many times where someone's good intentions, in my opinion, Crystal's good intentions to post about her journey online, ends up going viral and getting so many eyes on it that then so many people kind of come in and they almost, like, I guess you could say, love bomb, but just give so much and do so much that then the
Yeah, I think a lot of it is to do with being cynical because let's face it, the girls and the boys are grifters in, various different ways, but a lot of them have done that thing where they're given free stuff and they either don't do anything with it or they grift for more free stuff. Like you can never be certain with Taylor Sowers. He might even sell some of the stuff on himself. That's how bad he can be.
Person doesn't really know how to react, and then sometimes they kind of end up taking advantage of that, and they again, I'm not saying she's doing this. This is stuff that I've seen a lot. There's certain people that I've thought about making videos on in the past where I believe that those people absolutely take advantage of people's goodwill, right?
Just make the video, John. Make a Tay Sowers video. Just fucking do it, mate. What are you scared of?
And I just don't want to see that happen. But I know how easy that is to happen, if that makes sense. The P.O. Box, the next video is her
And so be like, hi, good morning. Oh, piece to piece did a video about me.
going to the post office, which is obviously a big deal for her. She doesn't like to leave the house, and setting up that P.O. Box.
All right, I'm on the road.
Oh, so she did. Oh, okay. She did actually set up the PO box. Okay. Yeah, Taylor is a greedy, fat, greedy boy.
Again. So, I'm kind of scared about this one because it's a little bit further from my house. I haven't been inside this place in years. But here we go. I bet you're wondering, Crystal, where the fuck are y'all headed? And I'm headed to the post office. It is insane. How weird is it
Yeah.
getting a P.O. box?
Oh my God, is your boyfriend Nick Olivieri from Queens of the Stone Age? Bip, bidi, bip, bip, bidi, bip. He's probably scared of the same backlash you got for your opinions. Yeah, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, um, I was one of the first like non-Reddit people to sorry. I was one of the first non-Reddit people to have a go at Ethan Bernard, and I got like brutally vilified for that. But turns out I was right. So, you know, you just have to go with your volitions.
Yeah, we're having to get a P.O. box, okay? So let me show you what I'm feeling and what's going on in my head right now. All right, you're about to see, you see this little long corridor that I'm about to have to walk down? It
Yeah.
scares the fuck out of me. I don't know why, but it does. But anyways, I digress. I had a very sweet friend of mine that offered to sponsor my P.O. box. She was actually going to take me
Okay.
today, but she had to work. So I have a fucking P.O. box now. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, so I was out of the house. So from the time I left to the time I got back was 18 minutes. And I was able to be inside for about 13 minutes before I started feeling weird and shit. And like, I had to fucking leave.
It's crazy, man, how many people struggle since the pandemic with being outside of their house. And that's not even coming from a place of judgment, because I know myself, I definitely struggle more being away from home than I used to. I'm like, I don't have, it's nowhere near this level. And like, I like to get out of the house. Like, I actually struggle with being home too much. But like, I struggle with going places that I'm not used to, right? There are very specific places that I'm pretty used to going, the gym, you know, certain like the mall around here, and bookstores. Let's be real. You know, if you are curious, this is my next read right here. We're going to read Zone 1. Not that anyone cares, but
Yeah, John has his own book channel. He like reviews books. He goes through a lot of books. I have to say, I do agree. Like, it seems like after the pandemic, um, there is a lot of like issues with people going outside, and it seems like, yeah, it seems like there's been like the COVID pandemic was kind of like a turning point. It's just strange. Um, but speaking from a personal point of view, I don't mind going outside really. It's a lot easier to go for a walk for me than it was a few years ago. I'm the opposite. The pandemic made me realize how much I took for granted being able to go out. Yeah, yeah, I completely understand that point of view too. Um, and for some people, being inside their own house for like a few hours, not to just, you know, eat and sleep, kind of drives them stir crazy. They're the kind of people that need to be outside doing things.
like, there are certain places that I'm comfortable going, but if I'm like somewhere where I've never been, and that definitely stresses me out. So I'm not going to say that I understand completely where she's coming from, but I kind of get it, right? And so, you know, she was setting up this PO box, and this next video I think is very, very interesting. When I saw this one, this is what made me really think, okay, you know, maybe she has a pretty good head on her shoulders and isn't going to do the thing that I feel like I've seen so many people do online when they start to get some notoriety, especially with like a PO box type thing.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciated this video from her.
What is,
Oh,
what is happening? What? This is all the shit that y'all bought. What? I don't even know. I can't comprehend this shit. This is... I never anticipated, dreamed anything like this shit would happen. Like, I just started this so I'd, like, have some accountability. Maybe meet a couple people. I don't even know. I don't even know. There are no words. Like,
I was so isolated and depressed in the pandemic, but I was alone with the baby in the kindergarten, so it was rough. Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, you don't have like the uh how do I put it? Like, you don't have that adult company. And you know, it's great to have kids around and all that kind of stuff, but if you don't have the adult company, it does get extremely difficult. Unlike all you Johnny come latelys, I got the agoraphobia in 2016. COVID just made me more relatable to the masses. Yeah, I mean, some people were like, oh my God, nobody's allowed to leave the house. This is where I am the king or queen.
so grateful.
Welcome in, Bella. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
I don't know, get emotional. But listen, please don't get offended. Okay, please. If this offends you, reach out to me, message me. I do not feel comfortable doing an unboxing video right now. I'll tell you why. I remember so many times scrolling through TikTok and seeing people unboxing all their shit, and it's all around them, and they're just so hyped, and, you know, a lot of it was for the views and to brag, and there were a lot of them that were like me and was so fucking happy. But I know what that feels like, to see somebody open those things and be like, you know, why can't that happen to me? Why can't just once, you know?
Makes sense.
And so I'm just not comfortable showing off everything, knowing somebody's going to go to bed hungry. I just can't do it. I can't. I will do like a little panorama, little video of everything when it's unboxed and it's all together, because I'm so happy.
Feminine, thank you so much for the 10 gifted memberships. That's incredible. Thank you. That's really kind. You've been cracking me up lately in chats around here. I appreciate that, Bella. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, I understand where she's coming from. She is incredibly right. Like, there are people out there that love to show off what they have, and there's quite a tacky thing about it, you know, especially with like Tay Reid put a PlayStation 5 on his Amazon wish list. Like, what the fuck? You know, you just buy yourself a PlayStation 5. Buy yourself a fucking wooden spoon. They had all sorts of weird. They had like a fucking whisk on the wish list, you know, just pointless shit. So I feel like if you have an Amazon wish list, you do need to be like, you do have to carefully curate what you put on it. Because when I see people that have literally thousands of pounds or dollars worth of stuff on their wish list, I do think like, it's a bit weird. Be a stamp feminine. Thank you so much for the 10 memberships. That's really kind of you. Thank you. PS5 helps with weight loss. Yeah. Rosy shot glasses. Yeah. What's that got to do with anything? You know?
Happy. But it just feels weird. And that wouldn't be me anyways. That shit, I don't know. You know?
I think that if it doesn't feel weird, there's something wrong with you. Like, I think if you have never experienced something like that, and then you have so many people send you stuff like this, I think that it is very telling if you just kind of go with it completely and are like, send me more stuff, keep sending me. Oh, I'm gonna do a ton of unboxings. Like that's
Rosie sends me anti-capitalist with a huge Amazon wish list of plastic junk. I know she's so contradictory, Paolo. It's stupid. Tay just wants other people to pay for everything. Is like, oh my god, you're so right, Ray. That's why he does battles like every day on TikTok. Um, he wants people to feel sorry for him. He wants people to pay for him to do every single thing in life, And like, if Rosie and Tay were single, they would be a great couple because they would just combine their wish lists together, and then people can send all of that. And I think that Rosie said the other day that one of the Amazon packages got stolen. And I'm thinking, yeah, yeah. Is it because you need more than one of those things that got stolen? One of the new guys you're following has socks. That's it. Do you know what? If it's just socks, that's all right.
bizarre to do.
And so if this
I
bothers
don't
y'all,
either, Lucy.
if it offends you, you purchased something and you wanted to see me open it or whatever, and you're upset
They combine like a Voltron of failure. That's so true. It's like, imagine if they were like Power Rangers, that Megazord would be crumbling to bits. I was watching a replay last night with Pulpy, and the way she talks to people, but specifically Levi, makes me want to get in her face and make her cry. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is that she seems to think that the Girl World community goes after Levi. Levi has had a Twitch stream for months now, and nobody has gone to his Twitch stream to annoy him. In fact, I'm sure there are probably people from Girl World that have gone to the Twitch streams to cheer him on. Nobody has a problem with Levi. They have a problem with how Rosie treats Levi. That's what it is. Like, Levi can fucking, he can wear his crow's head, play Elden Ring Night Rain, and have fun, and nobody's gonna bother him, right? Rosie is the person that is the piece of shit, right? I'm a weight loss influencer. I demand things. See, the best thing is to like go to companies and they're like, I'm an influencer. Can you give me a free holiday, please?
about it, please let me know. I will send it back. If I can't send it back, I'll get the money back to you. Just right now, I'm not comfortable with that.
So that is something that does happen, right? Like a lot of times, I would say most people that send stuff like this, it's just out of the goodness of their hearts and they just want to help out, right? But there are times when people almost expect like a video thank you, right? You the person to post themselves opening it. Like part of why they're sending it is because they want to see that reaction, which, if it's genuine and it happens, that's cool, but it definitely does happen where sometimes people almost expect you to post, some big thank you to them. And then this video is her doing her, what she calls her waddles. But again, some of
Those glasses, she's serving cunt right there. Yeah, bitch.
the stuff that she says in this video I think is important.
Let's go waddle.
Another day, another waddle. Y'all, it is hotter than a hooker's doorknob on $5 night out here.
No. It's hotter than a hooker's doorknob on $5 night. That's a good one.
You hear me? Okay. Now, I got some exciting news. Alright? Don't everybody freak the fuck out at once. But TikTok is gonna let me go live. And I'm gonna give it a try tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I wanna talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like live I can do that and shoot the shit with y'all.
So that is another thing that worries me. Okay, so like with the unboxing and then with the TikTok lives, I'm not saying that you can't do a TikTok live and not turn into, in my opinion, kind of like an e-beggar where you're just sitting there kind of hoping that people are going to send you galaxies and send you basically money on TikTok live. Because if you don't know,
Yes, we stop nudging me, John. We know you're talking about Taylor Sowers, mate. Just make the video, please. When the bomb hits.
A very, very, very lucrative, it seems, business thing that a lot of people do on TikTok is they go live constantly, right? Because the more that you live, the more chance that you have of people sending you money. And for some reason, people on TikTok love to send live creators money. And so, again, I am not saying that she is definitely doing it for those reasons, but I am saying it's a slippery slope. And so, when I see that, it makes me a little worried because, again, people get very excited and they start to send money, but then when money is exchanged, a lot of times expectations get hired, right? And then people
You don't even know what TikTok is. It's where fat creators go to battle with other fat creators. I like the big
start to
sunglasses too,
feel
yeah.
an
Welcome in, Joni. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
entitlement to what you are doing, right, Crystal? What you are doing online. And they start to feel, I'm not saying this is definitely going to happen, but it definitely does happen to other people where they start sending money and then they start to feel almost like they are obligated or they deserve to have updates. They deserve to have XYZ thing because they have,
Laptop.
you know, money has switched hands. And that's something that worries me because I like this person and I want her to succeed, right? So I don't want to see that happening to her because I know that's only going to stress her out. And then that means the journey doesn't continue, right?
It is the downfall of humanity, yeah. Like I was watching I was scrolling through TikTok late night because I couldn't sleep. And there was the guy literally like that, like sleeping like that. And there were people who were giving him music gifts to like try and wake him up. And you know that French phrase that sounds rude, but it's actually about seals. Fuck ma poussée. There somebody played a song of Fuck My Pussy, and that woke him up, and I was like, oh yeah. And I wrote in the chat, it's 10 a.m., time for work.
Like when I be doing these voiceovers, I'm just like thinking y'all are here, but like on lives, you're like actually fucking there. So I'm shooting for like 7:30 tonight. That's Central Time because I'm in Alabama. So yeah, but anyways, aside from all that shit, I went to the post office. You guys, the post office has always freaked me the fuck out. It was something about that damn hallway. It just feels like
I mean, post offices are stressful regardless because they always yell at you that you don't have the right thing and you haven't like. I've had some very nice experiences at the post office here, though. I will be honest. Some of the people that work there are very nice, but I've also had some pretty terrible ones.
the floor
People yell at you at the post office. I haven't been to the post office in years. I think the last time I went to the post office was to get some money to go to Germany, and I had a lovely experience.
is gonna fall out from under you or something. Anyways, um, I know it's really given like content creator influencer. They got like I got a PO box, but there's been so many kind people that have reached out that want to give me like homemade gifts. I'm talking about
She's
shit that you go
walking.
buy, like crocheted shit, curtains and shit. Like that is the sweetest thing on earth. And so I was like, well, fuck it, I'll get it, and whatever the hell happens, happens.
Sounds like the TSA. What's the TSA?
I did speed this one up a little bit, obviously, because y'all know my big ass is not moving that fast. And with this being on an incline, we didn't do as many waddles as we normally
A little
do
bit of an
today.
incline, yeah.
But also, I can really, my body is feeling tired from going to the thrift store, going to the post office. It's a good tired feeling. But shit, you know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't for y'all, I don't even think I would have did these damn waddles today. I mean, I was tired.
Okay. So
You got to make sure that these waddles are for you, not for your audience, right? I know it's tempting to be like, oh, I've got to do this for my audience, but if you do feel the need to rest, then you should rest.
that is interesting to me because it's twofold. One, you first hear that and you think, oh, that's good. She is being encouraged by this audience, which, hey, I'm not going to sit here and judge because I truly believe that part of why I've been able to maintain for as long as I have was because of that audience, especially the first few years after I had lost the weight, right? Because
Yeah.
I started posting after I had pretty much lost all my weight. And I do believe that having that.
Oh, right. The TSA is airport security. Ah, okay. Thanks, guys. Security checkpoint at US airports. They're always yelling. It seems to be like just like position of authority. They seem to think that they have the right to yell at people. Well, you fucking don't.
You know, people behind you pushing you really helped me. But at the same time, because I am old, that was a long time ago. Okay, that was 2015, 2014, 2015, 2016. Things were very different then. Like being on Instagram didn't include any video. The stories didn't exist yet. It was a very different place, right? It is very different now than it was.
When John goes full screen, I always lose track of what he's saying. Hey, he's a handsome fella. See, this is like, I understand that sometimes he can be very on the fence, particularly with Amberlynn Reid, and it is frustrating. And I just think, like, for fuck's sake, actually go full throttle on Amber, because she's been lying for years and years and years now. But I just think that that's the kind of person that John is. He just seems like a lovely soul.
Then. And so I worry that she is doing things not because it's what she wants to do or
I
feels
don't
that
know.
she has to do, but she's doing it because she feels that she has to because of this audience. And I'm maybe not like right now, it's at the very beginning, but I can see that getting bad, if that makes sense. Again, I could be completely wrong, and maybe I am overly nervous just because I've seen so many people go down this road and it not end very well. Because I want to see her succeed. That's why I'm making this video. I want to see Crystal succeed.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I'm making noise. But anyways, I hope to see y'all later. If you've got agoraphobia, bitch, I hope you took 60 seconds. Go stand outside. Hell, walk to the mailbox if you can, all right? Us crazy mental people, we're gonna get this shit. Okay, bye.
Well,
We're gonna get this shit done. That's what I like. She's making other people feel like they can do something about the situations that they face. Like, if you do have agoraphobia, literally just standing outside for 60 seconds probably would help you. You don't need to go anywhere, and you can keep your front door open. But feeling that air on your face, I feel like it would, make you feel better. He is a fence sitter, yeah. He
you're
is,
someone
for
that's like
sure.
me, you're probably curious, well, when are we going to talk about food, right? Because that really is when weight loss is a concern, right? Especially with the size that Crystal is, no disrespect, the diet is way more important than the movement, right?
Yeah.
And I think that the movement for her especially is more important than maybe it would be for someone else, because it seems like she is using that as a way to get out of the house, to help with the agoraphobia. And so I'm not going to say don't do that, but I will say the diet needs to be focused on, right? That is very, very important. And she talks about that a little bit in this video right here. So let's go ahead and check this one out.
Let's go waddle.
Another day, another waddle. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's hotter than 6 shades of hell out here today.
6?
But, yes, I do have on new shoes. Yes, I had a wonderful person reach out yesterday evening. They don't want to be named or no shit like that, so I'm not going to tell you. And they wanted to get me some shoes. Yes, I had already made my damn wish list. Yes, I feel terrible that other people have bought me shit. Please, if you're able to go in and cancel the damn shoes, do it. Because I don't need them, and I feel really bad.
Again, I like that, right? Like, not just wanting more and more and more and more and more, right? I like that.
All right, all that shit's out the way. Now,
She seems very humble and very down to earth, and I hope she stays like that. Because, like, when you get a real, like, salt of the earth person that makes it on social media, you really want to, like, you really want to pull for them, don't you? Paolo, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That is so kind. Thank you so much. You gift regularly, and I'm so thankful that you feel like you're able to do that for me. And I hope I can provide some entertainment in that respect. I genuinely, I'm going to get emotional. So, yeah, I genuinely do feel humble whenever you guys give me like memberships or super chats. And it's an incredible feeling. Um, and you're able to allow me to get things that I need for myself. You allow me that little bit of extra wiggle room for paying bills. So yeah, I thank you.
he decided that he wanted to join today. And so here we are, doing the same
Good morning, Taylor. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
shit, different day. Except it's like new shit. But anyways, oh my god, whatever. It's really, really hot. Anyways, if you're stopping by for the first time, I'm mentally fucked. I've got OCD, agoraphobia. I'm fat as hell, in case you missed that one. And so I'm trying to build up my stamina so that I can live again. Something else I want to say, because I'm getting a lot of comments. You guys, we're doing diet too. We're not just
Oh, we are
moving and
doing
grooving
diet.
out there in the
Okay.
hot sun and not doing some other shit. So I just really wanted to clarify on that. Anyways, it has been a wild past few days. I'm so thankful for anybody that's hanging out, because I don't know what the fuck I got to give, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here and I'm happy that you're here. But anyways, I'm about done waddling.
We're all happy we're here. We're all happy. I hope you guys are happy you're here too. Please like the stream if you're happy you're here.
Because I'm telling y'all about Phil out there. If you have agoraphobia, I hope you
Yeah,
did your
exactly,
waddles
Dan.
today. Even if it was just 60 seconds, I really, really hope you stepped outside your house.
Waddle,
I'll see y'all
waddle,
tomorrow. Okay, bye.
And this next post right here, she's just talking about how she has lost some weight. So she says
Nice.
she's finally broke out of the 430. So she posted this picture of her scale that she is at 229.3. And so
429.
congratulations there. This last video that I want to go
Mate, if she was 229.3, then she's got a lot of water weight.
over, this was actually posted less than
Cheers,
a day
Jody.
ago. And she shows the inside of her house, and she, again, kind of talks about that. And I just feel like it's interesting to look at.
Let's go waddle.
Another day, another waddle. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We got a short time to do it. So let's get.
A non-scale victory for her will be to not have to like turn a bit when she goes through the threshold. And I can't wait to see that.
To the shit, okay? First things first, this is real time today, okay?
Oh yeah, I
It
understand.
was
It's
too
easy.
fucking hot to go outside, okay? And I wasn't waiting until midnight, so we did them in the house.
Latte, thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that. That's really kind. Thank you.
Yes, my floors are plywood. Yes,
Yeah, if she's 229, then she's like little gremlin features.
our floors are being redone by the landlord, so shut the hell up about it. All right.
It's so that I like that, just because I remember when it's like it brought me back to, I remember when I first started making videos on YouTube, and like I would try and do full day of eatings. And again, when I first started, I was still living with my mom. We had a lot of people that lived at my house, okay? And so I really tried to not film outside of my room if I could help it, just because my house kind of looked like hers. It was, you know, there's a lot of similarities there. You know, our house actually, when we ended up moving out, basically just got demolished because the landlord, like, it got sold and the person didn't even want to try and save it. They just completely demolished it. Like, the house was tore up, okay? Tore up from the floor up. Like, it was gnarly. And so I understand
Latte, thank you so much for joining the crew. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
that apprehension to want to film that, because, you know, people are going to say something about it. And it just kind of reminded me of when I first started making videos. So I wanted to put that in there.
2, guess who got the job? That's right.
You.
A bitch is employed. I'm so
Yes.
excited. So yes, I'm so excited about that. It's been forever, but I got the job.
Let's
Okay?
go.
So yeah, I could not wait to tell you guys that I got the motherfucking job. And I'm gonna be employed. So I just gotta get my office
Let's
together
go.
and we will be set. I'm so excited. Anyways, now that that's over with, I am thinking about going live tomorrow. Not 100% sure yet, but I am thinking about it. So if y'all want to like drop in and do like FaceTime, that's what it feels like, let me know.
You had Google Dollars, whatever that, babes. Is it just like some credits that you had? But thank you all the same. Very kind of you to do so regardless. Thank you.
I don't know, because like that's gonna be twice in a week. That's a lot
Could
of
be
shit.
KG.
But anyways, I digress. I was thinking about getting out of the house this weekend. There's like a park downtown that I wanted to go, but like I don't know if I can go in the heat, and we ain't got no air in the truck, and that's gonna be hot all the way down there, hot while we there, hot on the way back. That's just too much damn heat for me. Okay,
That makes sense.
Not having AC in your car is the worst, dude.
so
Like, if it's too hot and you're that size, like if you're any size anyway, you don't like heat. then you've got to do your best, don't you? And just try and find different ways to get your exercise in, whether that's a home workout, whether it's walking up and down the corridor, whether it's finding an air conditioned area to have a walk around in, like going to a shopping mall or something. You earn Google dollars each week. Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
I'd be sweating like a whore in church on an August Sunday, and I can't do that. But anyways, I digress. So yes, so I've had a good day. I'm so fucking excited. I could not wait to tell y'all that I got a job.
A
Anyways, so stoked.
JLB.
Uh, if you've got agoraphobia, I really, 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 really hope you went outside today, took you a little 60 seconds, and waddled or something. I'm just trying to get my shit together. I'm trying to live again. I'm trying not to die, and I'm beating this OCD and agoraphobia one damn thing at a time. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Excellent.
So it was just really nice to come across a page like this and really want to root for the person. But I wanted to make this video just because I get nervous when I see stuff like this, because she does seem like a genuine person. And I have seen people that are in positions like this almost get, I don't even know what the word would be. Like they get tainted by, the Instagram, like online, and how people.
They get influenza. Could that be a new word? Influenza. In, fluenza. Inf, influenza. But like this. Influenza. Like that. Do you think that could be the word? It's like an illness that you get when you become an influencer. You get like wish list popping up like little hives like that.
I think a lot of times have the best intentions, but then these intentions become expectations, and those expectations can really start to eat away at someone's, like resolve and how much they really want to continue. Because a lot of times people can have all of these really high expectations, and Crystal can start feeling like maybe I'm not doing enough, maybe I should be doing more, maybe I'm, you know what I mean? Like people like, well, you need to show us your food, you need to show like, and then you start to feel like you have to do these things, then you start to feel resentful, and like I just don't want to see that happen. And so I hope that she is able to continue down this road and continue not getting kind of tainted by the whole social media. You need to do things this way to be successful. I hope that she's able to continue that. I hope that she is able to find a diet that works for her, because like I said, that is the most important thing when it comes to losing weight. The movement is cool. I understand maybe filming food, especially maybe
Wish listeria. That's a good one. I like that, Laurie. Yeah. No AC in my Toyota for 3 years. It's like an oven in Florida summer. Yeah, that sounds terrible, Lucy. No, fuck that.
if she's not, again, this is me just guessing. Maybe she doesn't love how her kitchen looks, because that's how I was. I didn't like filming food videos because my kitchen was terrible. So maybe that's part of it. But hopefully she is able to find a diet that works for her, that keeps her going in that direction, because as we know, that is the most important thing. But yeah, I just wanted to show this creator and share this video, and hopefully, just because I'm talking about the things that can happen doesn't mean that I'm trying to be negative at all. I want to see her succeed, and so I hope that she is successful. But that's just what I think. I would love to know what you think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I think you've got a lovely face, John. Thank you so much for that video. The reality is simply this: weight loss is hard, it's long, repetitive, and boring, and does not make for great content, hence the need for drama to keep their audience involved. And therein lies the problem, at least that's how you see it. Yeah, that's why there are people doing videos like, oh my god, I bungee jumped at 620 pounds, or I ran a marathon at 380 pounds, and it only took me 26 hours and 5 minutes, that kind of thing. It's yeah, it's a shame really. And I mean, the fitness and nutrition space has been infected as well, with people that just like to make shock content and demonize foods and demonize exercises and demonize certain groups of people for not doing exercises, when at the end of the day, weight loss and fitness Um, Weight loss is a very boring thing because you should, sometimes you should eat the same thing very often just to lose weight, and sometimes fitness can be boring to watch if it's just like a walk or something. Um, and from a creative point of view, um, I was always in the position of wanting to do my own thing creatively, and I felt like I had to adhere to a certain style in order to make myself successful. But at the end of the day, if you do your own thing, the people will eventually gravitate towards you, right? And those of you that have been with me on this YouTube channel for a few years now have, have seen me try and chop and change and do various different things to, um, try and maybe keeping myself relevant probably isn't the right thing to say, but, trying to make engaging content. And if I wasn't enjoying myself, I think that kind of reflected in certain things, right? But now I finally discovered what I want to do with my YouTube channel and the kind of community that I want to build alongside that. And it's all about doing your own thing and being creative in your own way, because I think there are too many kind of stringent rules when it comes to content, when really it's all about being you and doing your own thing.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Phil. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So that was Obese to Beast. I thought that was a good video, and it highlighted Crystal pretty well, I think. So the next video, I think, was a request from Debbie. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It's from Big Craig, and it's Disney adults just keep embarrassing themselves.
From fanatic fans trying to give birth inside the park so their baby gets a
Fun.
free lifetime pass, to cast members having a literal code word for human remains because they get scattered on rides so often. It seems like there's no ends to the lengths these insane Disney fans will go to prove their loyalty to the corporation. Now, in my last video about Disney adults, I talked about the insane debt that the fans rack up for a chance to visit the parks. But today, as promised, I want to look at how obsessive and cringe these Disney adults can be, and really just look at the over-consumerism on show in these videos. Now, before we go any further, make sure you're subscribed, because I'm trying to hit 500,000 subscribers before the end of 2026, and I post videos.
Do you know what? I've never had the urge to want to go to Disneyland or to Disney World or anything like that. I think the closest thing that I've come to wanting to go somewhere even remotely similar, I think it's Universal Studios in Japan, where they have the Final Fantasy rides and stuff. I thought it was going to be the Peter Pan Stalker. I hope it is all about that, because that's a crazy thing. This is about Disney adults, Latte.
Videos like this every single Friday.
You don't understand Disney adults. I don't really either. Um, I feel like things like Disneyland should be more for like families. That's my point of view, because you've got people like Lily Tino talking about their cock and balls at a Disneyland restaurant. What the fuck? You shouldn't be. There's kids around. I've gone to Universal Studios a few times because I like coasters, yeah. And Halloween Horror Nights is fun. I do think that Universal Studios has more of like a wider breadth of age ranges because of the things that are there. But I feel like Disneyland is more like a kids thing. Because like in the UK, we've got Alton Towers, we've got Harry Potter Studios, and we've got Gulliver's Land here, and Gulliver's Land is more for like children, and um, whereas like Alton Towers is more for like everyone. Lily's always raised boating. Yep, I can't stand Lily Tino, honestly. I'm from Florida, so I visited a lot of theme parks and fun fairs with my family. I also went a few times with friends in my 20s. Yeah, I just like fun fairs and stuff. They're for more like all ages, circus and that. But I just feel like I don't think that Disney adults should really be going, especially if they're they're paying like $20,000 just to go in debt, just to go to Disney for a bit. Like it just screams financial irresponsibility.
And most Mondays. So if you like this one, you'll probably
Mm.
like all my other ones too. Anyway, the fine
Yeah.
line between being an adult who enjoys Disney and being a Disney adult is how much your life revolves around it. If you go for a holiday once every few years, that's obviously fine. There's nothing wrong with being a Disney fan.
There are adults that go to Disney and then there are Disney adults. Yeah, I think I'm tainted by the Disney adults, to be honest.
But when you want every single major life event to happen at Disney, that's when it gets a bit weird. When Disney adults start homeschooling their kids at Disney and paying over $500,000 for their wedding, their behavior gets a lot of
$500,000. Fucking hell. If I had $500,000, I wouldn't fucking give it to Disney, that's for sure.
attention, and to be honest, rightly so. Every year, almost 40,000 proposals happen across all Disney parks combined. Now, I get why people would want to
Okay,
get
Colin.
engaged at Disney if it's a favourite place, but that doesn't make it any less cringe. Being a grown adult and wanting to get a picture with a character behind you just seems really weird to me. And it's not just that, people also make a point to call out these proposals for being really performative. Instead of it being a private proposal, having a Disney castle in the background to get the perfect fairy tale photo makes it seem like they care more about the aesthetic than actually getting engaged with the person that they love. Disney proposals are
Pretty
also
much.
way more likely to go viral because of being cringe, so it just feels really staged for internet clout. And if their proposal wasn't enough, you can also get married at Disney, with prices starting from only $100,000. But that's
Yeah, why not, Lucy? Maybe make it a target that you can like walk there or walk around it.
just a starting cost for the venue, without anything else included. The Pinterest perfect wedding was over $650,000, which is just an insane amount to spend on one day. It just doesn't seem worth it to me, but Disney can set the price to
People act like that's the real Mickey Mouse. I know. Like, well, the poor Peter Pans, they get like treated so weirdly by especially one person. It's kind of it is weird.
literally whatever they want and people will still pay it. They want every single life event to take place at Disney, literally from birth to death. Just this year,
Literally.
Disney declared a serious issue with the amount of people spreading their loved ones' ashes at the parks. It's so serious that they developed a code word for the problem, calling it Code A, or
Yeah, I really think that that you should like if you want to spread your ashes or have somebody spread your ashes at Disney World, I really think there should be some kind of special thing you need to do in order for that to happen. Save the Twinks, exactly. I'll be the first one to. Um, yeah, it's mad. Like we have like if you go to like rivers and meadows and stuff like that, sometimes there are special places where it says you can spread ashes here. Um, but to just walk to Disneyland with your great aunt Sally's ashes, like here you go, whee!" And loads of kids are like covered in ash. Yeah, it's not great, is it?
Code Ashes. One woman hid ashes in a makeup compact and opened it on the Haunted Mansion ride, spreading grey powder all across the track. Another woman dumped an entire container of ashes in the water on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in front of
Welcome in,
everyone
Jason.
to see. Those rides are both well known for being dimly lit and spooky, and it's obviously against Disney's policy to spread ashes there, so they have to do it somewhere where people can't see. But these instances are just some of what has been witnessed, and it actually happens a lot more, especially when other Disney adults encourage each other to do this, even giving people tips on how to get away with it.
So here are 7 tips for how to spread ashes the right way and help prevent you from having that happen. Number 7.
Right, that's absurd that you're making a video. Oh my God, here's 7 tips to spread some ashes. Number 1, throw them upside down on the roller coaster. Number 2, put them in a garbage disposal unit. Number 3, get a rocket launcher and launch it at the Disney castle.
Never ask Disney or cast members for permission. Their answer will always be a flat out no.
Disney
There's a reason why it's a flat out no. Because you're spreading somebody sucking DNA everywhere. I don't want to be tasting your great uncle Malcolm's ashes again.
crew members even say that at the end of the day, when the rides are cleaned, the ashes are just hoovered up and disposed of. So it doesn't make it a very meaningful experience to be thrown on a Disney ride. If making every single life experience about Disney isn't enough for the obsessive adult fans, some choose to homeschool their children exclusively at Disney. And I want to make this clear, they don't homeschool with occasional trips to Disney, they only homeschool at Disney parks, Monday to Friday, every single week.
We just got to Epcot for another day of Disney homeschool, so let's get to it.
Today we are at Epcot.
Don't
Today
worry
is
about
all
it.
about sea turtles. So we're going to watch Finding Nemo, go to the aquarium, do turtle talk, and our worksheets. Our first worksheet is to help the sea turtle find his way back to the ocean with some line work. So we're going to have him follow and trace this. We're going to do some coloring, counting the number of turtles swimming. We're going to do what shape and color are the balloons. We're going to do a little search and find, so can you find Nemo writing on Crush? And then I kind of tucked him down here with all these other orange circles. We're going to do some letter recognition. Which Disney movie has sea turtles in it? We've got Ratatouille, Nemo, and Monsters, Inc. Of course, it's Ratatouille.
Welcome in, Well. Good to see you. Number 5, eat the ashes and take a shit at Disney. Exactly. Or you could snort them. You could snort them off Peter Pan's back.
The worksheets in this booklet are so basic too. He's learning one colour, one letter, and one shape. How is that an education? Like, what's better here? Learning a shape from seeing it in a workbook versus sharing and playing with a classroom full of friends. Another family literally describes themselves as a homeschooling Disney family, and every day it takes her 6 kids to the park to do schoolwork.
We are a homeschooling
Let me just put it in perspective for you guys. Ethan Bernard is a homeschooled kid. What are they learning from this crap? That their parents are mentally unwell?
Disney family. Come and spend Friday with us. After doing our schoolwork, we got dinner prepped and then headed to Disney's Contemporary Resort.
I get that Disney is a special place for kids, obviously, but I don't see the need to homeschool kids exclusively at the parks. Surely it's too distracting for these children. Like, how can you expect them to sit and do worksheets when there's other kids screaming and playing in the parks, loud music, and a lot going on? Plus, I feel like doing it this way would make the parks way less special for these kids. If they're going every day to do schoolwork, it'll probably feel like a chore more than a fun experience. Why can't they just homeschool at home or somewhere else? Literally anywhere else.
Or take them to school. Take them to school. Yeah, Ethan was homeschooled, yeah. I can think of quite a few places that are much better to spread ashes than Disney. Yeah. Like, I'd probably get my ashes spread at a local McDonald's before I got it done at Disney.
Else but a theme park.
There are so many different ways that I incorporate learning into day-to-day activities with Jackson. Like at Disney, when we're in lines, we do math facts. And when we make purchases, Jackson helps me figure out the amount to give and in what order of bills and coins. We practice reading and sounding out by using the signs for the rides and places around the park. We've also been working the last 2 weeks on geography knowledge with Jack, so as we go to the different areas of the park, we talk about where you could find that around the world.
These lessons are so incredibly basic. They're what a normal family should be doing anyway, not just homeschooling. The entire premise of Disney
Proper cringe, isn't it? Your 3-year-olds learn all their shapes or colours, numbers 1 to 10, tracing them in proper following directions. I mean, that's a good thing. When I was 4 years old, I started school when I was 4 years old, right? And the teacher had to like make me play with the other kids because all I wanted to do was just write letters and numbers and learn stuff. And the teacher was like, "No, go and play." And I was like, "I don't want to play." And then I went out and pissed myself. So I said, "Look, it's your fault. You made me go outside." And I pissed myself.
Schooling just seems ridiculous to me, and these parents are only showing the best bits on camera too. They're not posting about the time wasted standing in huge queue lines, the travelling to get there, and most importantly, the insane cost. I think what it comes down to is that these Disney adult parents who want to spend as much time in the parks as possible and use homeschooling their kids as an excuse to be there all the time. There's really no end to how much Disney adults will make their lives revolve around Disney, all while looking incredibly cringe while doing it. It feels like the
You know, you say that, Latte. Parents don't teach anymore. I teach proper eating and dressing and hygiene and potty training because they refuse to. Do you know what? Um, there are some adults, when they first go to university, they think that ovens have like a cold setting, or they don't know how to work like fridges and freezers. They don't know how to work microwaves and things like that. And you think that by the time they got to be 18, they'd have worked out that kind of stuff. And it's quite scary that people get to that advanced an age and they don't know about like certain cooking utensils and certain things in the kitchen and stuff like that. And these people walk among us. It's mad. But yeah, I can imagine it's tough when you've been given a class of kids that haven't been taught anything by their parents or taught the wrong things, maybe.
They're all in competition with each other as well, trying to look like they know the best route around the park and where to find all of the hidden Mickeys.
No, we haven't done any research, and it's okay, we don't need your help. We're just gonna wing it.
Okay.
By all means, decide your own fate.
They put on insane performances when they see the Disney castle, literally falling to the floor and breaking down like it's the most important thing that's ever happened to them.
That's me when I see creatine at half price. You've been teaching years 12 and 16 cooking, baking, financial budgeting, laundry, etc. Yeah, yeah, that is a good thing to do. She's in college. That's true, Debbie, yeah.
These reactions are clearly staged and fake. They're obviously waiting for the friends to start recording before the start of the theatrics. It's the same as when they meet their favourite characters too, with people literally bawling their eyes out.
Yeah. You're mentally unwell. Yeah.
I've waited 30 years to meet
Show me
you.
the trolley to
I get why saying a character might be cool, but I don't understand the tears and people saying that they've waited their entire lives to meet them, to meet a guy in a costume. I know I'm stating the obvious here, but these are people in costumes. These characters aren't real. Maybe I just don't understand the Disney magic. Now, Future Craig here, and I just need to quickly pause, because after I recorded the original video, and hence the outfit change, I discovered something that I just couldn't leave out, and that is the Peter Pan girl.
Oh, the
Tony,
Peter Pan
otherwise
girl.
known as the Peter Pan girl, is, as you can imagine, a devoted Disney adult and has been visiting the parks roughly once a week for the past 10 years. She's got a TikTok account with around 70,000 followers and has built her entire account around Disney content. Specifically though, she is obsessed with the Peter Pan character and calls him the boy who changed her life. And she's been getting a lot of attention very recently about the way she acts around him.
Is it the same Peter Pan or is it different Peter Pans? I know, these twinks don't deserve this.
Commenters have rightly called out this obsession, and Tony genuinely has a concerning attachment to Peter Pan, acting as if they're almost dating. She brings him gifts, seeks him out in parades, and calls him the boy that changed her life.
Femcel,
And
yeah.
clearly she doesn't mean the actors have changed her life, because the actors always change. So that must mean that Peter Pan, the character, has changed her life. But remember, Peter Pan is supposed to be a little boy with a max age of 14. In the stories, he's still meant to have his baby teeth. Does she not see how extremely creepy this is? The top comments on the TikToks are all hilarious too. I saw someone comment, "It's like believing a stripper is in love with you," and I cannot stop thinking about it. I know he
Yeah, if the genders were reversed, yeah, that wouldn't seem harmless at all, would it? I do like going to theme parks in general, but Disney always has the most overpriced, was always overpriced with the most craziest guests. Yeah, it's gotten so much worse. I wouldn't even buy a discount admission. Like, I have no I have no real want to go to Disney World. Not for me.
Cries in the
Exactly.
break
The
room to
man
his
would be
co-workers
restrained.
about you. Very strange that a grown woman is this obsessed with the character of a 14-year-old boy. And to be honest, I've had a lot of comments and Instagram DMs for me to cover the entire situation. I won't make a full video on it because I'm covering a lot of the ideas in this video, but I just couldn't go without mentioning it. So to everyone who messaged me on Instagram and left comments on videos, yes, I've seen it, and yes, it is very weird. And anyway, let's get back into the rest of the video, and I'll stop this Peter Pan girl time.
You know what? I want to go. I want to go to the Otter and Butterfly Sanctuary in Devon. Now, I'd rather go there, have a look at otters and butterflies, than go to Disney World. Just saying.
Tangent. And probably the worst trend on social media right now is comparing things to Goofy's Yell, which I think is in reference to a Hosier song, but I still don't get it. I think it's meant to portray a really intense emotional reaction to something, but these videos just don't make sense to
Yeah, that's there, Joni.
me, and they fit the video because they are incredibly cringe. When a ride closes down, it's a life-altering experience for Disney adults too, as they attempt to pay tribute to the ride by saying goodbye, even taking some of the water to sell on eBay.
Oh, that's
And
crazy,
honestly,
Jason.
I don't get this one either.
Paying my... What's she come as? Somebody who's mentally unwell.
And probably the most
You're paying $5,000 for a jar of water. Right. Belle Delphine looking at that like, wee. Otters and Butterflies does sound good. Yeah, that's why I want to go.
cringe aspect that Disney adults are known for is their expensive collections of Disney merch that honestly just looks like hoarding.
Exactly. Great Grandma Doris's DNA might be in that water, and she's being carried around bloody who knows where.
Wearing a pair of Mickey ears to the park is one thing, but having thousands of pairs is another.
There's an estimation of somewhere between 700 billion and $1,300 billion.
The amount of merchandise that Disney produces is
wait, hold on.
But they can get
of somewhere
Disney merch that honestly just looks like hoarding. Wearing a pair of Mickey ears to the park is one thing, but having thousands of pairs is another.
There's an estimation of somewhere between 700 billion and $1,300 billion.
Well, I'm hoping that's like a voiceover because that would be crazy exaggeration.
The amount of merchandise that Disney produces is extreme, but they can get away with it because they know that people will buy them as collectibles.
I'll tell you what, guys, I've got a confession to make. I've never been on a roller coaster.
They have so much new stock always coming in
Trillion,
that even
million,
the
billion.
outlet shops are full to the brim. It's just completely excessive, and there's no need for anyone to have this much stuff at insane prices as well. But if there's one thing that Disney adults are known for, it's buying whatever Disney wants them to, even if they have to go into debt to pay for it. Let's say you want to go to Disney on holiday, but you want to make it as expensive as possible.
Yeah.
Then you should definitely go on a Disney cruise. It seems to be one of the most luxurious ways you can go to Disney, at least on the surface. You get to meet all...
So you get on a boat. You get on a boat to go to Disney World, and the boat is Disney themed. Isn't that like... I feel like I'd be over Disneyed. Is that like is that a terminology? Yeah, bucket list thing for sure. Yeah, I think what it is, Laurie, I've always been like a big fella, right? Even when I was young, and I always felt like I wouldn't fit on the rides. So maybe I should give it a go. You've done Virgin Cruises, no kids allowed. Yeah, I've been on boats before. It's actually quite lovely doing some boat cruises. Much more magical, yeah, I can imagine.
all your favorite characters, eat as much
I don't think it goes to Disney. They have a private island. Fucking hell.
Disney themed food as you want, all while traveling across the globe. You'd think that this would be the perfect holiday for a family with children, but when you say that there's hardly any children in sight, you start to wonder who this is all for. The Disney adults that make
Now, if you got all the Disney adults on that boat and somebody accidentally fired a torpedo from a submarine, you know, but then we'd have to scatter a lot of ashes at Disney World, so maybe that's not a good idea.
make up the majority of guests on the cruise, which by the way cost between $5,000 and $8,000 for a budget experience, make the experience into a weird competition between themselves and all of the other Disney adults. There are so many traditions to keep up with, like decorating their doors with stickers and displaying how many Disney cruises they've been on. Because they're so expensive,
Yeah, it makes sense that families can't afford it. Like the Disney adults probably have priced out a lot of like families that would want to go, but now they can't afford it because you know, Cynthia from HR wants to live her dream of hugging a prepubescent twink in a costume.
it's got to be just a money brag at that point. It's like if I went to the Caribbean and put my first class plane ticket receipts on the door. Not like I've ever been in first class, but it's just as weird as if I did that.
We've been on the Magic twice. We've never been on the Wonder. We've been on the Dream 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We've been on the Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
Legoland's like they've dodged dodged the bullet with those people. I've never been to Legoland either. Legoland's like an hour down the road.
The Wish we've been on twice.
Go on,
Treasure
Big Crag.
we've never been on, but we're going next month.
I also feel like boasting about how many cruises you've been on is basically setting yourself up to be robbed. Like if you've been able to afford all of these special holidays, surely there's going to be a lot of expensive stuff in that room. But what's funny is the majority of these holidays aren't even paid for, they're bought on finance.
Disneyland is always full when you go because everyone there is in credit card debt. We've had people on the show endlessly go into debt to go to Disney.
This isn't what Walt Disney wanted. No, probably not.
I've been to
I mean, if you go to the 10th floor of the castle, you can ask his head. Yeah, it does sound very
Disney
braggy,
once,
yeah.
the Orlando Disney, the better Disney, and I loved it. It was fun. Am I going into
Your
endless
mum-
debt for it? I don't think.
Your mum overspent tremendously on your family vacation to Disney. It really wasn't necessary looking back. Yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess part of it was probably that she felt the need to maybe make the experience as good as possible for her children. I don't know.
think so. But that is why Disney is always absolutely loaded up.
It's not like they're only going into debt for Disney either. They're already in thousands of dollars worth of debt through credit cards and car finance,
Mad, innit,
but adding
that's
to
it.
it by planning a trip to Disney.
What's your car payment?
$1,200.
How about your car payment?
$982.
I mean, you're just giving away the income every month at this point, right?
Yeah.
How much student loans we have left?
I probably have 100,000 in student loans.
Okay, add it all up in your head. I think we're doing this for the first.
Caleb Hammer, he's a dick now, but he helped me get myself out of debt. Oh, okay. It's like, you know, the worst person in the world gives some good advice sometimes.
time. How much debt do you have total?
I'm gonna say at least 180 grand.
The fact that most people can walk around Disney, whether it's in a park or a cruise ship, while owing this much money is absolutely insane to me. Also, these massive car payments seem like such a scam in America. In the UK, you would never ever pay this much for a car, and it's completely ridiculous.
Can you tell me, did you guys pay cash for the trip?
For half of it.
The other half is on what?
A Disney card.
Oh, the Disney credit card. What do you get for putting it on the Disney card versus any old other card?
It has 6 months special financing, so there's no interest for like 6 months.
Okay, so is your plan to pay it off in 6 months?
Yeah.
You feel stupid for putting a couple concert tickets on credit. Welcome in back. Good to see you. Yeah, like when you think about stuff like that, there's always somebody else that's done something infinitely more stupid.
That is the plan, if we can do that, for sure.
The comment section is full of people thinking the same thing. This level of debt, while still going to insanely expensive theme parks, is unbelievable. I don't understand why this couple paid for half their trip to Disney when they're going to try and pay it off within 6 months. Why not just wait until you have the money and pay outright? Because from the sounds of it, they don't seem too intent on actually paying this off before the interest hits. If they don't pay off the balance within 6 months, the interest is going to jump from 0% to almost 30%, meaning they could be paying off an extra $100 every single month just in interest.
I felt terrible for declaring bankruptcy with 30k credit card debt. Well, if you're in that much debt, I think probably the only thing that you could do would be to be like bankrupt yourself, because then you wouldn't have to pay it, right? But you need to you would need to be careful with like finance and stuff. I don't think you'd be able to get finance really, but yeah, it's I think one of the things that comes with like being over £500, I know from experience, is that you're not good with your money because you're going to spend your money on food, right? For the most part.
I'm playing that game, dude. I owe a lot of money.
What's the total balance? You couldn't shock me.
I'm probably about 14 grand into the cards right now.
On credit cards?
On credits,
okay.
Yeah.
And that's
credit.
probably,
Right
I don't know,
around COVID,
26% APR. Do you ever add up the interest and go
I
like...
have, and it hurts, yeah. I missed the payment yesterday, so it irritated me. Yeah, it irritated me a little
so
bit.
they hit you?
Yeah, they got me good on that one.
And not just being in debt, but actually missing the payments, damaging your credit score, and incurring late fees while you're at Disney is just insane to me. It would take away the entire magic from the trip. But Disney adults act like it's their God-given right to go to Disney, so the debt to them just doesn't matter. But the worst part about all of this is that despite the insane amounts of money Disney adults spend on the corporation, Disney does not care about them. In 2023,
Yeah, Disney don't give a fuck.
a woman died after having an allergic reaction at one of the restaurants at Disney World when she was told her food was safe to eat and free from dairy and nuts. Given that she was assured that she would be safe, yet sadly passed away from an allergic reaction, her husband filed a wrongful death lawsuit seeking $50,000 in compensation. In an unsettling but unsurprising turn, Disney moved to have the case thrown out of court, arguing that her husband had waived his right to a jury trial because he agreed to the terms of use when signing a 1-month free trial of Disney Plus for years before this incident. Essentially, Disney claimed that anyone who signed up for Disney Plus would never ever be able to sue the company under any circumstances, even if Disney literally kills them.
I've said for years now, one of
That is absolutely mad. The case got thrown out because they signed Disney Plus. What? That sounds like... That doesn't sound real. Sounds like dystopian.
the most evil companies on the planet is Disney. I imagine the board of directors is a who's who of supervillains. You probably got Mickey Mouse right next to Lucifer in that seat. It is always shocking to see just how low they'll stoop for the sake of a couple extra doubloons. They're like a real-world Umbrella Corp, but instead of manufacturing the T virus that turns people into zombies, they manufacture the D virus that turns people into Disney Defenders, where they'll always fight their PR battles for them and constantly empty their piggy bank for anything Disney slaps its
I do love Charlie. He's great.
fucking logo on. It's sickening, even when they are completely
imagine
in the wrong.
Debbie.
Not to mention that it's been common knowledge for years that Disney cast members are paid very poorly despite the harsh working conditions, and have basically no protections against difficult guests in the park.
Most people that you know that perform at Disney
Welcome in extra day to go. It wasn't thrown out. They tried to have it thrown out, then backtracked on that. I see, thank you.
Disneyland do have a permanent injury. The magic starts to fade away and you're just left with not being able to pay my rent, permanent injuries, and management who doesn't value or respect you.
Isn't any incentive financially to be able to put your body at risk and create the sort of performance that is expected of you while living in your car because you can't pay rent.
And in 2019, Disney refused to allow Spider-Man on a little boy's gravestone due to copyright infringement. What could have been a heartwarming gesture turned into a media scandal, as this little boy's family was devastated that they couldn't give their son a final gift before laying him to rest after his battle with leukodystrophy. Despite all of this, Disney adults continue to support the brand and even...
How did she get injured? I think it might have been something to do with the lenses she was wearing. That's what it seemed to imply.
defend it against criticism. They appear to have a strange parasocial relationship with Disney as a corporation, clutching onto their memories and childhood and spending thousands every year, rather than remembering it is a business at the end of the day. And profit trumps that relationship. Anyway, this is about all I had to say on Disney adults, and if you want to watch the first part of my video on Disney debt, click the video that's on your screen now. And if you like this type of video, you'll like my others too, so
Did the parents want it or did the little boy? Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's kind of crazy, isn't it? A lot of this that goes on kind of does feel dystopian, doesn't it? Not having children insulates me from a lot of the Disney crap. If I had children addicted to this crap, I'd be in a tough spot. Yeah, yeah, that definitely makes sense. There's like, I'm thankful for that too. Big Craig, oi oi Paolo. So that was that video. Thank you for that. And I believe this is this is a suggestion from Ray Ray. This video is running the Tour du Mont Blanc again. It never gets old. Good morning, Ty. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
In early September, we once again fast-packed the Tour de Mont Blanc, joined by a group of runners from all over the world. The
Seems like
170-kilometer loop circles the Mont Blanc Massif through France, Italy, and Switzerland. And like with all of the group trips that we organize, we stayed in mountain refuges along the way and ate some incredible food. This was my third time running the route, in addition to having raced UTMB, and there's a reason that we keep coming back. And I think you'll see why, as I show you highlights from another incredible journey on the Tour de Mont Blanc in this episode of Time on Feet.
I'm struggling so hard to afford groceries right now, but I'm keeping a roof over my head and taking care of my dog. It's hard, but I grew up homeless and can't fathom accruing debt. Yeah, like I've been homeless twice, and it can be extremely difficult. And like I completely empathize with your situation. Um, like not knowing where the next bit of money is going to come from can be quite scary. But I hope that things get better for you, and I'm sure your dog gives you a lot of love. Did we watch the fight at Disney World yet? No, I don't know. I didn't hear about that. Were you not, Connie? No. Welcome in, by the way.
We got an early
Laurie, thank you so much for the gifted membership. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much.
start from our hotel in Chamonix. First, taking the bus to Les Ouches, a little further up the valley.
We've arrived in Les Ouches, the official start of the Tour de Mont Blanc, and it's where we're going to start as well. We just took the bus here from Chamonix. I love it. What was the plan?
No worries, Laurie. Take care. Have a good day. Able to do long hikes, like hikes that are like 15 to 20 kilometers. One of my friends went to Albania recently, and from what he showed, Albania seems like an incredible country with great countryside, right? And he was doing lots of hikes and stuff, and it just looked incredible. I think for me personally, I'd love to go on a Nordic hike. You know, like somewhere in Sweden, maybe Norway, somewhere like that. Iceland even. I've wanted to go to Iceland for like decades now. I think that's like the number one destination for me, I would say. My God, that looks incredible, doesn't it? Wow. I love it. I think it took me growing up to realize how great nature is. Um, I've always like, yeah, I've just, I don't know, I think just growing old has made me appreciate nature more, I would say. Longest hike I did was 10 days, no showers, collecting water type shit. I did hike with a couple of bags of wine though. Well, there you go. At least there was some fun there. He has one in Iceland too. Oh, nice. I'll subscribe and I'll.
There's the group down there seeking shelter for lunch.
It reminds, like this whole vista reminds me of the Scottish Highlands. It looks incredible.
Look at this. Falafel wrap.
Falafel.
So delicious.
2000.
I'm the front, but do you want to go in the? Oh, okay.
Woo, bit of wind.
I'd be scared to. I'd be scared to go down. Oh yeah. Well, I'd probably say like hours going down next. I went, take the shortcut and just roll. Yeah, yeah. We'll do a foodie beauty.
So we made it to our campsite. This is actually where we were during UTMB. There was like a viewing party here. We had dinner right before we headed up to Notre Dame de la Gorge.
Too much salad on that pizza for my liking.
So?
Well, that's
This is
lovely.
pretty cute. Come see.
All right, come see, come sir.
So we have this little room here with 2 beds. And
I feel so strong hiking uphill, and then my knees scream bloody murder on the way down. Yeah, okay. I completely understand. I think what you can do for that bank is if you have access to a treadmill, you can walk backwards on the treadmill, and that's really good for your knees. Yeah, I'd be like proper scared to go all the way down. Did you see a peach, Paolo? I missed it. Great
over
recommendation.
here looks like we have a shared shower for our little house. And a toilet. I think
Bob.
everybody's gonna shower, unpack, get comfy for the evening. We're gonna meet at 7 p.m. for a briefing about what's to come tomorrow with our guides, and then dinner's at 7:15 in the communal area, and then we'll have an early night.
Yeah, that's fair, Debbie. Yes, good bank. You should give it a go. Like, obviously, on a slow setting, of course, but just like ease into it and walk backwards, and you'll find that it's quite good for the knees.
It's day 2. It's just after 8 o'clock. We're gonna get started here by about 8:20. We had breakfast at 7, and just leaving our bags over here, our bag transfers that we have, which is really luxurious.
Right.
Getting some trail snacks.
making sure everybody has water, and we're going to set out here to climb up through Notre Dame de la Gorge. Today should be similar to yesterday. Yesterday was about 22 kilometers. I think I clocked about 24 with some extra out and backs. We're expecting much nicer weather today. I can already see some blue sky poking through the clouds here. How are you guys feeling today?
Feeling good. Ready for another great day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Slept well?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well enough.
Not too stiff?
Not too stiff.
Good. Let's do it.
Not too stiff. What are you running for? Just have a walk. Oh my god, look at that. Trail snacks versus girls who pack hospital snacks, yeah. I've got to have 3 Diet Cokes. I've got to have 6 waffles. And also, what's most important is 87 Built Bars. We'll see. Too much pressure to keep up with the group. Yeah, I think it would definitely be ability based a bit, I would think. Oh yeah, you can't forget your protein, Paolo, definitely not.
What do you think?
Every view has something special in it for sure.
Yeah, and it really does only get better from here.
I love them.
Our first time we stayed up on that ridge there at a refuge, Audrey and I.
Okay.
Sounds exactly like my buddy's ex-wife. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, on our first night, and then we just had to traverse here in the morning.
So if you go up there, that's the Col de la Fenêtre. That's a very famous route to do ski touring. So it's very famous hiking.
Uncrustables.
Stop for a little snack here, maybe an espresso, as
Cheeky
one does.
Espresso. I've always said that Rosie eats like a duck. Just put it out there. Rosie eats like a duck.
This is definitely the busiest I've seen this route. Our guide Willow was just saying that in July, they reportedly had as many people on the route
Espresso.
in 1 month as the entire season last year.
You love hiking. It does seem like a great hobby.
As I said, we've seen this route get a lot busier over the years. But I try to remind
Great outdoors with an espresso bar, exactly. Capitalism gets everywhere, Paolo.
myself that you're not in traffic, you are traffic.
Oh.
I can't help but think that we may have contributed, at least in some small part.
I imagine that dog went on a stag do, and he's like, what the hell?
Try to remind myself that you're not in traffic, you are traffic.
Dog's like, oh, what? Where the hell am I? Skiing in the Horts of Wild where they are. Did you do much skiing? Do you ski now? Would you ski now?
Time to start our day, and now we are traversing along this little technical bit, which is a really fun section on our way over to Croix du Bonhomme.
Wicked Weird Wednesday posted a beautiful hiking video. I think it's called Pivot. Oh yes, I've been meaning to watch that actually.
And to La Refuge de la Croix du Bonhomme. We're gonna stop for lunch.
Nailed it.
Nailed it? Oh, you guys will let me know in the comments if I didn't, I'm sure.
I would be tempted to drink water from that stream, but I guess these days you can't be too careful. There's a whole world open to me. The worst part, knowing I'm not near ready financially to see it. I mean, don't let money be a barrier to you seeing things. Like, if you're able to do things on the cheap, I know in Australia you might be close, you're close to places like what, Fiji, New Zealand, Indonesia, all that kind of thing. So sometimes it can be incredibly cheap to go to those places that are on your doorstep. So someone's probably tipped ashes into it. Yeah, that makes sense. Surfing doesn't translate to snowboarding. I guess it is wildly different, really, isn't it? When actually, technically, it's literally the same thing because it's just boarding through water, but in a different state. As in like solid water and wet wet water. Lived in Utah my whole life and never been skiing, but I can point you the highest hill and hand you a plastic bag to sled down it with. There you go. That's all it takes. I fell over during a skiing lesson and bruised my thigh bone. I haven't been skiing since because I don't really enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, there's no point then, eh? I think people underestimate how much fun they can have locally. Yeah, you don't have to travel far to feel like you travel. That is true. Like especially in the UK for me, like I live near like 10 to 15 different historic villages. I live very near a church that is over 1,000 years old, right? The site is 1,000 years old at the very least. So there's an incredible amount of things that are just waiting for you on your doorstep. Hitchhiking and sleeping in a tent is free, that's true. Although it depends where you are. Hitchhiking might be a bit dangerous.
That's where we're having lunch.
That's it.
Yeah, we can drive there. Usually from here, you've got this long descent to Les Chapiers and then onwards to Ville des Glaciers to continue. But we're going to take a variant today to get...
I do want to go to Bali to meet the person I'm working with at the moment. Maybe you could like cajole them into doing it like a business trip. Like a business trip. Eh? You thought about that?
to the Beaufortin, where our home for the night is. So we're going to be running up that ridge that we've been looking at every single year we've been here, wanting to run it. So this today is finally happening. So right after lunch, we're going to be following that ridge there, all the way to the top, and then drop down the other side to our hut for the night. Pretty stoked. So yeah.
I'm just missing some sauce, bro.
Yeah.
Another YouTuber has the phrase "turn your waiting room into a classroom," and that phrase has helped my mindset so very much. Yeah, it's like a way of talking about the closed mindset versus the growth mindset, right? Um, like you always have to. I always feel like learning is a great experience that you can do every day.
After lunch,
That's
we
good,
hit the
Dan.
ridge, which it turned out would be one of the most ideal
I don't know. It depends on what you want to get from this kind of thing. I imagine this is like for the people that like that kind of thing. That's the kind of thing they like, you know. So I imagine they get some great joy out of it, grinning and get excited about running uphill. Kate Bush did I feel like I'm listening to a heavy version of a Sigur Rós album. Yeah, I mean, like, oh, you really would need to. Excuse me. You really would need to watch your footing. No, I do watch videos like this anyway, Ray Ray, so you're absolutely fine. Editing the live so that I don't get demonetized. Because I imagine some of these songs are going to be fucking hitting me left, right, and center tomorrow.
And for
So they serve artisanal ice cream here. Glass.
Ooh, vanilla parfum. Sweat parfum. Sweat parfum. Oh, it's delightful.
Artisanal. And les parfums, so the flavors, vanilla, fleur de lait, which is milk flour. And then the third flavor is foin, which is a grass. So I don't know if this is a joke or.
Ooh, guys, do you want some ice cream? I've got hay flavour. I've got hay flavour or flowers flavour. Would you like some? Sounds like royalty-free music. I hope so, but you'd be surprised, Phil, honestly.
Well, today
There was one video we watched a couple of weeks ago. Fucking, just like 7 or 8 different things. I was like, Jesus Christ, we're never watching this one again.
was a spectacular day. That ridge was amazing. Definitely the highlight with the Mont Blanc Massif in behind. We've arrived now at our refuge here. It's off the main route,
Probably
off the Tour de
weed.
Mont Blanc, but that also means it's much quieter. There are some day hikers here, I
okay.
think, who are having dinner, but we booked 16 of the 18 available beds, so I suspect we're going to have it pretty much to ourselves tonight. Our bags were waiting for us here as usual. We have bag transfers this week, so everybody gets to have a duffel bag full of, changes of clothes and recovery tools, nutrition for the next day.
Right.
So pretty luxurious. We're having showers, we're eating amazing food. I'm about to have a beer here as well. And I pretty much got all my gear.
Not a beer.
Ready for tomorrow already. This is all from Path Projects, who kitted me out for this week. I'll link to all of that in the description below. And as I said, the nice thing about having a drop bag is I get to have a clean
Myrtle flavour ice cream in Paris. Was that somebody's nan's ashes in Disneyland?
change of clothes for each day, along with some extra camera gear and batteries and things like that.
Yeah, it was.
After dinner, we called it a night to rest up for another big day.
You've seen Roquefort flavoured ice cream. Did you try it? I think that would be a bit too much for me. Like, I've had sweet ricotta and stuff like that, but I think I'll probably draw the line, because Roquefort's a blue cheese, right? I think I'll draw the line at a blue cheese.
Start of day 3. We are getting a cab ride back to Ville des Glaciers, so to rejoin the TMB, and from there we'll start the big climb up and over Col de la Seigne and dropping down into Italy.
same donkey and horse you passed a few years ago. And you're like, oh yeah, yeah, right. Cool. I've stayed in a chateau before, and it was very nice, but yeah, I don't know. It was the 90s, so I guess the grounds were like incredibly vast and they grew their own artichokes and things like that. It was a lovely place, but it just felt really strange. It looked nice garnish with walnuts. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm in Stardew Valley. Bonjour. Bonjour, ça va? Ça va bien? Doggies.
Yeah, so how you feeling today?
Yeah,
Awake and
alright.
alive. Much better than this morning. It was a bit mental games and toughness, but video and pictures never do justice for the views. And it's just,
Howdy do.
I cried a couple times yesterday and
It
today.
does
It's
look
just amazing.
beautiful.
And there we go. That's the Italian border right there. Get your passports ready.
I guess it's funny.
Oh man.
Some of you might not know, to be fair, but if you can cross through a lot of the European Union without a passport. You can go like if they're part of, I think is it the Schengen group. You could just pass through Italy to France. You can like Italy to Switzerland, that kind of thing. Um, the Netherlands and Belgium are famous for having a pub that's on both sides of the border. Oh, okay.
Welcome to Italy, guys. Isn't this incredible?
That's amazing.
It looks the same as France, to be honest. Yeah. The UK was never part of that. But when we left the EU, the border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland had to remain in that way, just to make things easier. But I think you still need a passport, though. Not sure. You need at least a driving license.
Up here is the pyramid, which is a really difficult part of the UTMB course, but this is what they cut out this year because of bad weather. So you go up quite high. So normally you go up and then drop down to Elisabetta.
It's not too bad, Phil, because I can just mute the music and it'll just be my lovely voice talking. But when I'm going like that, and you can't hear the music, it might be a bit weird, what was that laugh? I'm officially 10.6 pounds away from my goal. Lovely, Tim. That's amazing. Tell us how much you lost so far.
Whereas the Tour de Mont Blanc actually continues down on this road, which is what we're going to do, and that is what UTMB did this year as well.
I love how that sky's looking. Oh my god, cows.
What do we think of that descent?
So flowy, so fun.
Fresh bloody girl.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Exactly, they shut down the dance party.
Believe it.
Yeah.
£87.4 in about 5.5 years. £26.4 this year. Amazing effort, Tim. You're doing ever so well, and you're very close to your goal, so that's even better. So I imagine the next few months are going to be very you're going to have a lot of celebrations, I imagine. So you're doing really well, mate. And thank you for keeping me updated too. I always appreciate it. Cheers. Cowbells sound like my wind chimes. It's so that you can find the cows if they get lost in the mountains.
We're going to stop here for lunch at Cabane du Combal. I've admired this every time I pass by. Never had a chance to check it out, so...
Cabane du Combal.
You know you're in Italy when the cappuccino is this good.
We're just taking a break for
Better be before 11 a.m.
a little snack and some caffeine, and then we're going to start our next climb, I guess our last climb, before having lunch a little bit further up. Okay. All right, here we go. Something like 400 meters of climbing left. We'll stop for lunch. We're gonna run along this beautiful ridge here on our way to Courmayeur.
Lovely. All that forest looks nice. Can I just say, it's wonderful to be watching stuff like this that's so chill and relaxed. I like talking to you guys as well. It really helps, like, chill me out on a lovely Sunday afternoon. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like really, ooh, ooh. You know, like that. Ooh. Like my cortisol's really low. I know, right, Phil? Yeah. Ooh, ruins there. Oh, it's lovely. Group hug.
I just wanted to be here
It's
to
nice,
see the
yeah.
beautiful terrain and see what UTMB, all the hype was about. And then actually hitting the trails the past couple of days has far exceeded my expectations for how beautiful
Gribble, that's a lovely name. Say hello to Gribble for me. Hello, Gribble.
and really idyllic it is out here.
Yeah, exactly, Stacey. Yeah, I've had a long week of them.
TMB is just this massive undertaking. You know, every single day is going to be a challenge, and at the end of the day, everybody's just working together as a team.
Bring it in.
Mountain views and vistas that I've never seen in my life, and I live in one of the most beautiful places in the Rocky Mountains in Canada.
What a day, huh?
The Alps are different, and they are incredible.
Hey, up, Gribble. Everybody say hello to Gribble.
So nice here.
Yeah.
We're expecting some rain.
Does look like it might rain, to be fair, yeah. Bit of grey sky. Perch right up. Oh, that's good. Nice. Glad you're all here. Thank you.
Nice one. You heard me coming?
Yeah.
Time for a late lunch.
Late lunch. Yeah.
Nice job. Looks pretty good.
Tastes pretty good too.
It's delicious.
Okay.
Need to warm up again.
Final descent to Courmayeur.
Full of pasta.
We soon ran into a dog that I think we've seen on every one of our TMBs.
Hi. Oh, hi.
Hello. Yeah, no worries, Dan. You have a good night, mate. Take care. I'll see you soon.
Hi.
So cute.
Yeah, you're a good dog, aren't you? It's a recurring character, that dog.
Yeah.
TMB to Courmayeur.
Spoiler alert, the dog is also on the trail run and he's thinking, what are all these people doing on my run?
Before dropping down the rest of the way to Courmayeur, where we'd be spending the night.
That is a really good goal to have, Ray Ray. It looks sublime, honestly. 10 a.m. Perfect time for coffee, Joni. The dog's also stalking Peter Pan. Can you imagine? The dog is actually a reincarnation of Captain Hook.
There's the thunder showers. Whew. And since we had pasta for lunch, it only made sense to have pizza for dinner.
Of course, pasta and pizza. That looks quite nice.
All right, it's 8:15, day 4. We've got a big one today, probably somewhere around 32, 33 kilometers. Lots of climbing, including starting our day off with a big climb here. But it is going to be a beautiful one. Some amazing views. This
No, I'm sure that dog was a complete and utter lovely in their past life.
section, I think, is by far my favorite section of the entire route. Running along the balcony here in the Italian.
Yeah, no path, right? I would poop myself. I'd actually poop. Autumn weather is fantastic for hiking, I would assume. So when I go for a walk in the autumn weather, I feel like, oh my God, this is perfection. You'll pack the loo,
How are you feeling today? You got
Be
some
prepared.
rest finally last night.
Yeah, about 8 or 9 hours of sleep. Feel like a new man.
Nice.
8 or 9 hours of sleep. All right, mate. No need to brag.
All right, we've made it to the refuge here. Going to take a couple-minute break and regroup.
Refugio Bertone.
Yeah, I don't mind if I do.
Espresso
Thank you.
macchiato. Mi amore. Mi
So this is
amore.
an aid station during UTMB. It's the first one after you leave Courmayeur. And it's also the last aid station during Tour des Géants. Because we're on the final section of the Tour des Géants course as well.
Machu
and then from here you
Picchu.
drop down into Courmayeur. It's the finish. So I've
That
done this
sounds
section of the
incredible.
trail many times.
Hopefully no guinea pigs were harmed in the making of that video, Ray Ray. Yeah, did you know that in Peru, they're one of the biggest eaters of guinea pigs in the world? You don't. See, the thing is, you have to think about, Phil, is that you're hiking, you're using a lot of calories on the hike, okay? So the cake and the wine probably would actually balance you out, to be fair. So I think it wouldn't be so bad. Nice.
It's a cool day. Nice and.
One of the good things I've seen about Italy is that there's a lot of places where you can get drinkable water. That's one of the cool things about Italy.
Breezy up here,
Like free drinkable water.
but we're not expecting any rain, so everybody's pretty happy about that. We're gonna stop next at Refugio Bonatti to pick up a picnic for lunch today.
What do you guys think so far?
This is
Amazing.
Yeah.
Most runnable section yet.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Up and down, nice and flowy.
Oh yeah.
Especially after a very technical
Oh, yeah.
climb.
Yeah.
That was just like.
So this would have been a bunker back in the days, and now it's probably used as stable.
Yeah.
And to refill water for us.
Yeah, and during World War II, they might have been fighting here through the mountains to try and get into Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have built shelters all along the Alps.
Well, I mean, I don't think they would have touched Switzerland because Switzerland was a neutral country during World War II, and that's where all the gold was. They
'Did it once.
It's like it looks so picturesque that it doesn't look real, right? What is the drone cam there? Rosie's just added water purification tablets to her wish list. God.
On our 2023 with Vagabond Trails. Audrey actually came in 2024 and did it with her ladies only group. And this section, as I mentioned earlier, is actually overlapping with Tour des Gens. So this section I ran in 2018 as well. Yeah, so that's the intersection there where Tour des Gens comes in. We take a left and run all the way back down to Courmayeur.
Imagine taking a wrong turn here. I'll be like, can we just live in France now?
Picnics are packed lunches that we pre-ordered.
We are wicked. Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're watching Jeff Pelletier running the Tour de Mont Blanc again. It never gets old. You're doing 50 miles next week. Well, good luck with that.
Who was a famous
That's
mountaineer
incredible.
who put up a whole bunch of first ascents in the region. This isn't an aid station during UTMB, although we did get water over here during the race.
Oh my God, that dog is so cute. Oh my God, I want to see him again.
After Walter Bonatti, who was a famous mountaineer who put up a whole bunch of first ascents in the region. This isn't an aid station during UTMB, although
I just want to go rub their cheeks. Yeah. Sorry, I just love dogs so much.
We did get water over here
Absolutely gorgeous dog.
during the race, I remember. But we always stop here for lunch. It's just the perfect spot.
Yeah, she took a whole ass pencil to the knee, if you remember rightly, and then she twerked it the other day. Bucket list, some of this kind of thing. Obviously not like the amount that they're doing. I'll have to start very small, but it does seem like something that would be incredible to do. Want to mush my face to doggy face. I know, it's gorgeous. When you're doing this kind of stuff, if you're running this kind of stuff, I'll be like, I've got to keep looking at my feet just to make sure I don't fucking trip. with my husband, but man, I would be so crazy tired. I imagine there are shorter trails that you can do, or like just part of the trail. Um, but yeah, this does seem like an incredible adventure for sure. Seems like they've gone around like that way because I think it's France, Italy, and then Switzerland.
Said that the descent down into Italy was my favorite on the route. Well, I lied.
Maybe a big circle back to where they park their cars. Yeah, that potentially, yeah. Because I think you can, I think you probably could do that. Like if you're close to the borders of France, Italy, and Switzerland, you probably could circle back into France again, yeah. Scared for the people that are running like this because I would let gravity take over and just be like, that's it, I'm done. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. Sorry. Edelweiss. Ah!
That's the spot, eh?
Give me doggies.
Look at the leg.
I'll take that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. I'll take them all the doggies.
It's a puppy cuddle.
I
Well,
don't
it's
think
day
my
5,
ankles are
and
stable
today
enough.
is going to be a special one. The original plan was to follow the Tour de Mont Blanc, about 29 kilometers to Trient, with about 1,700 meters of climbing, just the standard route. But instead, we're going to take a variation, one that we've never done, Audrey and I, up and over Fenêtre d'Arpet. So it's going to add about 500 meters of climbing. It's going to be spectacular. We've always wanted to do this. It's going to be adventurous, taking us through some boulder fields and up what looks like a beautiful col in the photos I've seen. A little more physically demanding, of course, a little more technical, but we're quite confident that this group can handle it. You need perfect weather for this route, which is why we've never really had the chance to do it, but today we've got that weather. It's crisp and cool, but clear skies. Absolutely no weather in the forecast, no rain or thunder showers. Now, having said that, a few people from the group have elected to take a bus down the valley here to Champex-Lac, skipping about 10 kilometers of what's mostly pavement anyway, so that they can save their legs for that big climb.
That's fair.
And the rest of us are going to head down the valley here, starting in about 10 minutes at 8:15.
One reason I love Jeff is he'll stop running to pet a dog. That's the thing. I'd probably do that too. Like, well, actually, when I go out walking, I will try and pet dogs. Like, if I see a dog, like, woo, you know, that kind of thing.
You excited for this or what?
It's gonna be a great day. Looking forward to the boulders. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
High five. Oh, okay. Bit high for me. At least there's a chain there, I guess.
Still quite cold this morning. That's why I love these arm sleeves. They work to keep you warm when it's cold and to protect you from the sun. We're going to be up in the Alpine, quite exposed today. These will work well. These are the Moab arm sleeves that I helped develop in partnership with Path Projects. Best arm sleeves
Hashtag
in the
ad.
market.
Hey, that's one way to get down there. Oh, you're going the wrong way, love. That's a lovely playground.
Got a good view of Champex up there, which is where we're going next. We've got about a 500-meter climb, and that's where we're meeting the rest of the group who took the shuttle down the valley.
Just 400 or 500 meters, you know. Oh my god, this little nose.
This big parking lot here is a pretty major aid station during UTMB, and it's also an aid station during the Swiss Peaks 360K that I did back in 2019.
360 kilometers, Jesus Christ. Even hearing that number's like, whew, getting tired just hearing the numbers.
This is where the courses merge. We came from the other side there. So the next
Old artillery.
I don't know, 15, 20 kilometers or so, normally we'd be overlapping here with the Swiss Peaks course, but now that we're taking our deviation up to La Fenêtre d'Arpet, I'm actually not too sure how much we're going to see of it, but we are going to stop here in Champex for lunch, or at least for a snack, and an espresso.
Of course, an espresso. Oh my god, that water looks so clear. Do you see that water?
I'm actually not too sure how much we're going to see of it, but we are going to stop here in Champex for lunch, or at least for a snack, and an espresso.
Look at that water. It's so clear. Love it.
It's pretty nice, eh?
Oh, this is so good.
So normally on the
Espresso.
Tour de Mont Blanc and during UTMB, we'd continue up this road. We're going to continue this way instead to the Arpet Valley, Val d'Arpet.
See, I wouldn't feel bad eating cakes if I was walking like 20 to 30 kilometers. I'd just be like, give me a cake right bloody now. Give me a chocolate eclair, voulez-vous coucher avec moi? What's this one?
So we're officially on our variant here. New ground for us, for Audrey and I, and for our guides actually. We got lots of beta before setting out here today. So far it's beautiful.
That's
green,
gorgeous.
quite lush.
No worries, Latte. You're always doing something, and that's what I like about you, Latte.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe over to the left. Who knows? You go over there.
Rachel Entrican won Cocodona 250 this year, and she stopped to pet all the dogs along the way. Oh, that's so cute.
Anybody's guess.
I would love to do this kind of thing, for sure.
I think I can see it, but it's intimidating to me.
We're starting to see the Fenêtre, although it's kind of hard to see exactly the route from down here. So I think we'll stop for a quick picnic before the final push.
Cheeky
I
picnic.
expect it'll reveal itself as soon as we're around the corner here.
See, if I were to do this route, I think I would do a lot of stone collecting as well. I'd look for like polished stones and stuff, and you know, just get that. I used to collect like jewels and things like that. You know, when you had those magazines where they'd give you like a mineral in a box every couple of weeks. I had like amethyst, emerald, ruby, topaz, all that kind of stuff. I guess I should start training for this, getting an espresso machine. That's a really good start. That might give you the energy to, like, you know, get a bit of a walk on.
Okay, you can see where we're going up there, La
Joss
Fenêtre.
Stone, yeah.
There's
Patsy
switchbacks
Stone.
there. Doesn't look too bad. Still got a ways to go though. You can see the rest of the climb we have here on my watch. The guides have given
Sylvester
us PPX tracks for
Stone.
each day, so we can load them on our watches. On my Coros Vertex 2S here, it then shows me, of course, the route for navigation, but also this cool elevation profile here, telling me how much climbing we've done and how much we have.
Strava, yeah. I have used Strava before, but I think there's like a specific hiking app, like a I don't know if it's like All Trails, is it? Is it called All Trails? I brought home a rock from the playground yesterday. Sometimes you just find a nice rock. It's like really polished, like really nice. I don't know. It's just something about finding a nice rock. I just think rocks are neat.
We have left. How's that tasting?
Delicious.
Delicious.
It's incredible.
Lunch with a view too.
Yeah, it's been a great day so far.
Would you don't
We
litter?
just stopped for lunch here. To eat our sandwiches we bought at the bakery back at Champay-Lac. Got about 500 meters of climbing left to go. Pretty much see the route from here all the way up. There actually are quite a few people up there that we can see, so might not have the view to ourselves, but see.
Nice lunch spot.
Yeah.
Incredible lunch spot, I would say. Now this is another place where I would shit my pants because I don't want to like step on a Patsy Stone and have it fall under my feet or grab onto one of these and have like a yeah, I would like that. Yeah, it really is. I'd go up to the top of this mountain. I'd be like, wow, this is such a great view. And I'd put my headphones on and just turn the music on, turn Spotify on, and I'm like, alla peregria Macarena, y después para dar la alegría cosa buena. Alla peregria Macarena, Macarena. So tiny, yeah.
La Fenêtre d'Alpette is actually part of the Haute Route, which starts in Chamonix and runs all the way to Zermatt.
Of course it does.
The pass tops out at 2,665 meters, making it a new high point for us on this strip around Mont Blanc.
Very nice.
And once you reach the top, the views stretch for miles in every direction.
Good job, guys.
Good job.
Well done, everyone.
Nice job, guys.
That was awesome.
You can see why you'd only want to tackle it in good weather.
Yes. Sorry.
Okay, now we descend. Either the easy or the hard part, depending on who you are.
Oh, that's really cool, you see. Just like there's something to be said for like having a hobby like that and just finding a lovely piece to add to your collection. And that was an incredible view, wasn't it? Look at that. Look at that badass view.
Okay, now we descend. Either the easy or the hard part, depending on who you are.
Yeah, yeah, but that looks like the hard part, yeah.
The views didn't stop once we reached the summit. And on our descent, we'd have pretty much constant views of the Glacier du Triomphe.
Oh wow. Glacier. Not a glacier, but like ice. The glacier. Glacier.
I climbed up past that dam over there in the Swiss Peaks 360K, and then sort of up and into the mountains. It was pretty incredible.
That looks lovely. I bet being at a mountain lake would be awesome. Fishing at a mountain lake, that would also be awesome, I think. See, what I need to do is find these kind of hiking spots where you've got fishing spots too. So that way, Zebs can go fishing while I hike around. And I think that's a good compromise. Don't you think, Zebs? Oh, yeah, fill her up.
All right, so we're just all filtering some water from this nice cold creek. We've got about an hour descent left until a refuge. We're going to take a little break and then about 45 minutes to an hour until our refuge for the night. So still a little ways to go today.
Husband and I love fishing. Yeah, Zebs wants to get back into fishing. I think he should.
We're just stopping here for a little snack. You can see where we came from, way up there.
I think that they're doing they're like taking breaks. I think this is across like at least 5 days, Wicked. So I'm guessing like the Tour de Blanc, Mont Blanc is like that kind of like a circle. I don't know, but it's definitely over like at least 5 days. Yeah, it'd be cool, wouldn't it, Lucy?
Woo! Nice field to run after all that hiking today, hey?
This looks more like the places that I walk around normally, which so it feels nice and familiar. Lyon. Oh wow!
Amazing day.
Amazing day.
Amazing.
We'd have just one more day on the trail as we made our way from Trian back to
Ooh,
Chamonix.
lovely. Back to Chamonix.
The plan today is to get back to Chamonix. First, we're gonna go up and over Col de Balme. We'll stop at the refuge there for a quick coffee and a snack. And then we'll do the really fun cruisy descent into Le Tour. And from there, it sounds like we're gonna follow either the Petit Balcon Nord or Petit Balcon Sud, most likely on the south side, to get back to Chamonix. So we had about 25k to go today.
25k?
It's quite cool this morning, but we're going to warm up real quick on this climb.
Yeah, I bet.
You see where we came down from yesterday? The La Fenêtre d'Arpet up there?
Mm-hmm.
Through this valley here to Trian.
I bet it's amazing to look back at that and think, yeah, I've been up there. This must be like really cool. Like, I've been there. I've been there.
There it is. We're going up there to the refuge right on the French border. So how are the legs? Day 6?
Legs are great. Want to keep going?
Good.
Unfortunately, it's the last day.
Yeah.
That's a shame. These things got to end.
So we had our snacks, we had our coffee, we took some group photos. It's quite cool up here with the wind chill. It's super windy up in the fall. So we're gonna head down now and run down through the Chamonix Valley to the end of our day.
So many cows. One thing I will say is just I love how much there is like just in Europe alone that I could potentially explore. And obviously, you know, there's a whole world out there and all that, but like Europe has got some amazing, diverse places where you can hike. So it'd just be incredible. And obviously, I imagine where you guys are, it's the same thing. But I was just thinking that in account to me. I'd like to think that I would leave a special rock on the trail for someone else to find. That would be nice. Like maybe have a little quote on there, or maybe just your initials on there. That'd be quite cool.
Our day wasn't over just yet, because after stopping for lunch in the valley, we climbed back up on the Petit Balcon Sud to get one last view of the Massif.
Love it.
Before finally dropping back down to Chamonix. End of yet another tour.
That's right. Hopefully next time is when I'm racing UTMB again. 2026.
2026. That's this year.
Almost done.
Final stretch.
Here we go.
There we are, back at Chamonix.
Final stretch. Here we go.
Back at Chamonix. Gorgeous. Was there an Olympics at Chamonix, or am I thinking of somewhere else? I might be thinking of like Grenoble or something.
Oh, what a beautiful sight.
Hey.
Bon cours, huh? Great job, man.
Nice work. Epic week. Thank you so much for doing this, guys.
Yeah, great job.
It was awesome.
Fantastic week. Fantastic. Above all expectations. Oh, thank you.
And now for the après trail, I guess.
And so ended another unforgettable journey around Mont Blanc, a route that just never gets old, and with some new friendships having been forged. For me, it capped off another excellent week of training, covering roughly 100 miles, after nearly 200 kilometers in the previous couple of weeks that we'd spent in Chamonix. And you can watch highlights from that in the last episode of Time on Feet.
The Tour de France, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking like the Winter Olympics. Does it like when it comes to the Winter Olympics, you get cities that obviously are a bit less well known than like Los Angeles, Atlanta, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to think.
After returning home to Canada, we had just over a week before we had to leave again for California,
I'm trying to
where I'd be
think.
running the Mammoth 200 Mile, my goal race for the season. But you'll have to wait to hear that story.
It was Chamonix, and it was not. It was 1924 that the Winter Olympics were hosted in Chamonix. I wasn't around then. Um, Chamonix, Grenoble, and Albertville. And they're actually hosting the Winter Olympics in 2030 in France. It's not going to be a single place. It's going to be in just generally the French Alps in 2030. So that might be cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That was a lovely video, Ray, I've got to say. Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm definitely going to have a look at the Iceland one that he did eventually. Now, I haven't watched this yet, so maybe we can watch it together, and I hope you don't mind, Wicked. But we're going to watch the pivot video, if you don't mind. Ah, yes, the 1924 Olympics. Yeah, do you remember? Do you remember them? Remember?
That's very weird.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, and we're in the car again, so you know what that means. We're headed up for another adventure.
I loved it.
I'll check back in when we're at the trailhead. Hello? Hi, I am here.
Nice, Wicked.
And I have the 10 essentials and all that. So, I had my energy drink. This was actually delightful. The Ghost Orange Cream. Very good.
Can't have energy
I bought
drinks.
some gummy clusters. These ones are
Ooh.
delicious. I'm going to pack up and get going. It's going to be awesome.
The coolest thing at this trailhead, they had a PCT Trail Magic tent set up. The PCT is a trail that spans from Mexico to Canada.
Oh, wow.
And people will hike it
It was a fun
for
day.
months and months to try to complete it. And the Trail Magic or Trail Angels offer all kinds of aid and assistance to
Oh, okay.
PCT hikers.
All right.
Very, very cool. It is such a cool part of the hiking
You're an
community.
energy drink queen. I can't.
Okay, so
can't.
I do have to talk about
Oh,
my goals
lovely.
and how they have changed
That water looks
throughout the
gorgeous.
summer. My original goal was to participate in the Devil's Gulch 50 miler in July. I ended up sustaining a hip flexor strain injury and I had to pull out of that. And I ended up deferring to a race that was scheduled for October. Well, we are in wildfire season here in my state, and that race has since been canceled. So
Right,
I've
yeah.
been doing a lot of training and a lot of planning, and I feel like
We've had a lot of wildfires here. And it's been terrible. This looks gorgeous, Wicked. I love it.
my plans were just pooped upon. So I am going to have to do a very hard pivot. Do you mind, Cinnamon? My dog is sitting next to me snoring. I apologize. I'm going to have to do a hard pivot, and I will be doing my own self-supported 50-mile ultra marathon probably in early September.
Oh, okay.
I mapped a route last year that I really, really, really want to do.
So you're just doing this ultra marathon off your own back, Wicked. That's amazing.
It's very reasonable, super similar to what I was going to do in both my other races. And, there's no time like the present.
Hi, Cinnamon.
I am going to, get my friends and family to assist me. And I did a 44.5 mile self-supported solo ultra lap.
Oh my God. Like that water, you just want to jump into it, don't you? Like that would be that would feel amazing. Welcome in, Chava. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Last year, so I'm extremely confident in myself that I can get this done. It's been my goal for a couple years now, and I really feel like I'm ready and I
I
can
bet
do
that water
this.
felt good.
So those are my plans. I'm pivoting. I'm not going to be upset about the curveball. I am just going to take it as it comes. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, if you get a setback, then you just kind of work around it, don't you? And I think that was one of my problems for a long time, is that if I suffered a setback, it would just set back the entire thing for me. But as I've gone through the years and started becoming a bit more positive, I feel like if I get a setback, I'm much more adept at actually being flexible. Because that saying is like, if you don't bend, you break, right? So you have to allow yourself to have flexibility and to make sure that you're able to roll with the punches.
Sports, any kind of sports or anything you're working towards, you kind of have to roll with the punches and just let
Exactly.
things be what they are.
That's what I'm saying, Wicked. Good minds think alike.
Instead of focusing on not being able to do what I had originally planned, I'm going to first get super stoked about pacing my friend for her Bigfoot 200 attempt starting this week. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I get to pace her for a few sections of that, and I am completely honored. And then after that, I'm just going to get even more excited about my own 50-mile attempt. And the route that I mapped is going from one of my favorite places to another one of my favorite places. And it was kind of one of my little dream routes, and so I'm really excited to attempt it.
True, wow.
But yeah, sometimes you got to pivot. I'm pivoting, and it's going to be amazing. So this particular hike was just part of, keeping up my fitness and staying nice and strong for the pacing that
Are
I'm
we
going to
done?
be doing with my friend. And then
And
after
they have done tests, haven't they? They say that women are actually much better at doing ultra marathons, at the very least marathons, which is incredible, really.
that, I will just continue building for my 50 miler. A lot of ultra running for me isn't only about the main event, but it's about having something to work for as motivation to just keep going every week.
My friend finished her race. Nice. I paced her for 64 miles of the race, and it was too fun. It was that just sounds incredible. Like 64 miles to me, like that's the distance from where I am now to London, right? Or, give or take 10 to 15 miles. Um, and it's just incredible to think that people would be able to just run that, you know. It's just mind blowing to me.
Every day, stay strong, stay fit, stay active, just for life. And I really enjoy the training of ultra running. I really enjoy those quick little 5Ks in the neighborhood. I enjoy those, medium, shortish runs on the local trails. I enjoy these kind of mid-sized runs, out a little farther up in the mountains. And I really enjoy those really long all day pushes of an ultra marathon. So whenever you're training for something big, you have to remind yourself that it's not just about the thing, it's about all the little things that go into preparing for the thing. You have to love the journey as well as the destination. So that is ultra running for me. Anyway, this was just a quick update. I
Lovely.
wanted to share my plans with you. I wanted to share what had happened to the Devil's Gulch race because I made a little video about it,
Quick
and I know
5K, I
I
know.
don't know if I really updated, and that's not very fair. So that's the update. My plans are pivoting. Don't pivot your pans, pivot your plans. My
I
plans
think Rosie pivots her pans, at least on the Amazon wish list.
are pivoting. Things just got weird, folks. I never promised that it wouldn't get weird, but here we are. Here we are, together, being weird. Anyway, thanks for
Here we
listening
are.
to me. This is just a quick update. I will talk to you all later when I have more weird stuff to talk about. Oh my god, the dog. Do you want to say hi, Cinnamon?
Hi, Cinnamon.
She's sniffing the microphone.
Um,
Bye, guys.
So that was Wicked Weird Wednesday. She is a friend of the channel. Please subscribe to her. She is lovely. So yeah, there we go. I'm sure, Wicked, you will smash your goals, whatever you decide to do, whatever pivots may come your way. So that was me for today. It's been lovely. It's been a lovely week. Um, I'm incredibly grateful and humbled by you guys' generosity. It's wonderful to have such a lovely community, and I really think today is a really good example of why the community here is so great, because we can all talk about different things, and while we may have differing opinions from each other, at the end of the day, we're a good, lovely group of people, and yeah, I can't express it enough how thankful I am to have all of you come visit me regularly. So, um, yes, thank you all so much for being here. Um, I'll definitely be on Tuesday for the Taylor Sowers stuff. Maybe tomorrow. Um, I'm not sure yet, but if I do, you guys will get the notification, so don't worry. So yes, thank you ever so much for being here. Please like the stream on the way out. Take care of yourselves, and potentially I'll see you tomorrow. And